So, everyone, hello and welcome to the third ever episode of Commandant's Cast. I'm your host, Mimic Souls, and I've got a large feature for you guys today. You know, I got a large cast for you guys, so I'm going to go ahead and let them introduce themselves in order. So, Harps, you want to start us off?
Man, I'm always first. Well, my name is FinalHarps. I used to be a content creator. I'm getting back into it, and I like playing games. You can check me out at FinalHarps anywhere, and that's it.
All right. Jemmy?
Oh, me. Hi, I'm Gemm-EEE, and I'm a little fishy. Play a lot of different variety games. Been doing a lot of dating sims, a lot of down bad bunny girl stuff. PGR is usually what I play every day at the end of streams, though. I stream on Twitch at Gemm-EEE, Gemm-EEE. I'm pretty new to content creating. I'm just starting, basically. So I'm probably very scuffed. I know how to program stuff, but I'm still scuffed.
I'm not able to tell if you're scuffed or not, to be honest. Like every stream I've been to.
Oh, my tits program. Sorry. Sorry. That's a V2 program. I swear. It's an acronym. A Twitch integrated throwing system breaks all the time. It's where my chat can beat me up with Bish.
Oh, yeah. I've seen that.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it's called tits. So whenever a VTuber says my tits stop working, that's what they're talking about, not their booba.
I'm gonna mistake it every time for fun. All right, Sakurama.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Hey everybody, I'm Sakurama. I'm content creator for MiHoYo and Kuro Games. For MiHoYo, I'm a content creator for Zenland Zone Zero and HI3, Honkai Impact 3rd. For Kuro, I'm content creator for PGR. I've been doing content creation on and off for the last 4 years. I used to be very known for like doing heavily made shitposting and .exeing, but I took a break for a year to pursue a career in the gaming industry as a 3D artist, and nowadays I didn't stop there. I never stopped the streaming. It's just like I stopped my content creation. So I'm actually currently on the like huge rebrand of like 2.0, where it's more of like a general overview of the stuff with memes instead of like doing directly .exes. My socials are at Sakurama_, because always like Sakurama is always taken for some reason. And on YouTube and Twitch, once I actually start to establish like YouTube content, I will also multi-stream there and on shorts. So vertical, horizontal, Twitch, whatever.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yo, Biimow?
Say Biimow?
Yeah, I said Biimow.
Oh, no, sorry. I had Biimow. Yep. My name is, I guess, Biimow now. Everyone says Biimow. It was supposed to be Biimow, but
Biimow?
it is what it is.
I'm sorry.
No,
I'm gonna be honest. I've watched
we're
a
Biimow
few
now.
of your videos, but like my pronunciation is always going to be ass of like anything.
Well,
Okay,
if you
Biimow.
wanted people the people to pronounce BMO, you should have just dropped the W, because the W is what changes it.
I tried, man. I tried. Everyone stole it. But it is what it is.
Okay, well,
It is a popular
Biimow.
character.
My bad. All right, you want to introduce yourself?
No. Yeah, I'm the Genshin boycott guy, apparently. That's kind of funny. That's pretty much it. I make Genshin videos before I try to boycott it. That's pretty much it.
All right. Yep. All right, and Kazuki.
I'm just a PGR whale with too little time to do anything because of work. That's pretty much it. Don't mind me.
Hey,
Short and sweet.
the amount of times I've used your Bianca Stigmata in Norman, okay, you deserve to be here. You basically paved the way for me to actually clear Norman. Like
Speaking of Norman, how many times can you use a support? Is it only once?
Sick.
A
per
day.
day.
Uh,
6 a day. And it's 10,000 cogs each time.
oh,
Mm-hmm. All right.
Cogs is a foreign concept to me.
Yo, Kasumi. You hear it?
Is his mic fucking up?
I have no idea.
Katsumi,
Oh, no.
you're up.
Well, while we
Hello.
wait for Kasumi to fix his mic, Regashu.
Hey, what's up, guys? So, as the people in chat know, RegashuDB, bona fide leader of the Shoe Gang. Just Regashu on Twitch, RegashuDB on YouTube. You know, people like to know me as the Alpha Coomer. But you know, I usually just do Hoyoverse stuff on Twitch for the time being until Wuthering Waves comes out. And I've been trying to cover Wuthering Waves, you know, topics, whether it be things I want to see or news or whatever. And I still use PGR as background gameplay, but as you know, a lot of people know that's close to me, I've kind of moved away from PGR. But hey, by all means, once PGR, you know, improves a little bit more in my eyes, I'll definitely, you know, try to get back into it. But yeah, that's basically it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it
Okay.
was amazing the amount of people that thought you just downright quit, like never play it again. They
Yeah.
thought you
yeah.
abandoned Alpha, and I was like, these people are fucking stupid.
No, I'm like
Well-
literally still like on the fucking trying to get to 8K alpha journey. I'm like 7384 right now.
Yeah.
wait. If you're wanting to 8K, they have to be no matter what S plus. You
Yeah,
can't
they have
get
to be
8K otherwise.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like literally right now I'm SS. I'm like literally gonna get her to SSS plus. So
All right.
How many
and
copies do
then
you miss?
Kasumi.
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. So, Kasumi here. Go by KasumiPGR on YouTube, KasumiChan XX on Twitch. I mainly do PGR for the moment, but I'm going to be branching out to other things like Honkai Star Rail, Wuthering Waves when that finally drops in like 2 weeks,
So
and any other kind of variety games that catch my interest. That's
I see. And yep. Yeah, you don't want to take a second to brag about your cinematography skills in PGR?
If you do want to see all that, check the channel. There's a lot of stuff on there.
All right.
or you know you can talk about how you're better than Ron.
To be fair, probably.
Allegedly.
Hey, let the man be humble. You don't need to every time brag. Let him be humble.
Is that better, Smack? Is that better? Apparently I need to fix it. All right. Okay. So, let's start with talking about the Feral Scent 21 patch, which drops in
boy.
like 3-4 days, something like that.
3 days.
3 days.
Rest in
Was
peace,
that
Infinite
competing
Soul
with
Wave,
the
Walter.
HSRs 2.2?
Wednesday.
Oh my god.
Wednesday,
Oh, boy.
yeah. Wednesday, and then like Tuesday is like the HSR update.
Yeah.
It's gonna be dope. Oh my god, I'm so excited. So, who wants to start? Yo, who wants to start talking about just ranting about 21?
I know,
Nothing to
like,
really rant about.
there's not like, like from my sense, it's actually mostly known for for Honkai stuff, like all like Honkai ACC that do play PGR or did play PGR, starting to bang on like 21 because she's a wolf. I had like constantly for last week, like around like 10 to 11 content creators just jumping in. It's like asking when's 21, when's 21, when's 21, because they know that I'm the one only actively playing PGR. They are so down bad. It's like, oh, I never spent a dime into PGR, but like 21. Oh, I'm gonna give her a treat. I'm gonna just do some
Pep
swipey
powder,
action.
yeah. 21, I'm not sure how right I am about this, but 21 is like up there on the popularity scale. So the timing of Wuthering Waves almost kind of scares me a little for her patch, because like 21's one of my favorite characters personally. Like I genuinely like 21, and then well, Wuthering Waves is dropping like right in the middle of her patch. So
Yep.
not
Yeah,
sure
but
on
that's
the
like,
marketing.
but it's
Yeah.
already like halfway through the patch, so it's not really
Yeah.
gonna matter.
It's
Yeah,
not
it's
gonna.
more
It's not
closer
gonna
to
affect.
like when the patch becomes more dead, where a lot
Yes.
of the stuff is done. So it's like
yeah.
we've already done all the things we need to do for 21
You,
by then.
you can
so
you
it's
can
like,
actually compare
okay.
to like a 21 patch where everybody was talking for 2 weeks and then everybody just died.
And it's like
There's
the
no-
perfect timing for PGR
Yeah.
too, because the next two patches are pretty much dead patches, because it's Noctis and then Alyssa, who's a free character. So you don't have to pull for her because you can get her for free in the dorm. So it's
Yep.
2 patches of just preparing for Lamia.
I mean, personally myself, I'm gonna be getting Elisa to probably like SS and then getting her 6-star, simply so I could use her as like a sub DPS with Alpha, since I don't have Bianca Stigmata.
Oh, you don't have 6 Excalibur?
Yeah.
Nope, I don't.
If you could go the extra mile, I'd recommend getting Alyssa to triple S because it doubles the class passive.
Yeah. If I wasn't investing so much in Live MP, then I probably would. But like, I am so low on Hyper 2 mats, like I can upgrade like 2 a week, maybe.
I made a mistake of like getting for like Celine. I decided to like go in via Battle Pass and then I forgot the timing about it, so I wasted like 40 frags.
Damn, that's rough.
Yeah. Mimic. If you want to be able to like get live shards, get the battle pass and start saving up the currency, because then when she gets her leap, her shards become available in the BP shop.
Oh, that's a good idea. All right.
Any character that gets a leap, their shards show up in the battle pass shop.
Yep.
Something to
That's what I'm
consider.
doing for Garnet, since Garnet's going to get a leap soon too. So I'm not worried about pulling more for Garnet.
Yeah, the battle pass, it for low spenders, the battle pass and all the monthlies monthly packs are the most worthwhile things.
I
Well,
see.
it depends like which battle pass, because PGR has like unique system of you picking which battle pass. It's not like an
There's like
upgrade.
Cub one
It's
and then
more
like a weapon one, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah,
I
The
would
bottom
personally
row is
choose
the
the
better
weapon
one.
because Cubs don't interest
Yeah.
me all that much.
You mean
yeah, I
like,
would
it's
get
not-
I would
it-
get both, just because it's also free resources and stuff, and you get more BP currency.
I mean, if you
Because
can, if
yeah.
you can afford like $35 per month, you have to consider
Yeah.
like the pricing. Like it's like technically it's like 10, 20, and then like on top of like extra $5, it adds up.
It's like 2 or 3 streaming services. Like,
Yep.
it is pricey. It is pricey. I'm going like
It's
it adds up.
convenient for me. It works for me just due to the fact that PGR is basically is the only gacha I play, because
Yeah.
I have a very Mimics heard my stance on gachas.
To be fair though, it's deserved. It's very deserved.
Yep.
Remember the appearance of Babel. That's right. I heard that apparently the Babel Tower is going to be appearing in the next patch. Any thoughts?
Yes.
Oh, Bama. Oh boy. Finally something.
Actual content.
Wait, repeat that.
Babel Tower is coming back.
Enjoyable.
Let the pain commence.
I have not done Babel, so I'm excited.
Oh wait, you never did Babel?
I
Oh,
started
okay.
I started on the last week of Isla's patch. That was when I started PGR.
I need to send you some of my old Babel recordings from my YouTube channel, just so you can see back when it was actually hard.
Yeah, yep, exactly.
I'm not looking forward to Babel in the future though. It's degraded to the I think the last Babel in CN, there was a stage where it was basically a PPC stage, because they cleared it within like max settings, max difficulty in 6 seconds with Lamia team. It
That
was
doesn't surprise
crazy to
me.
watch.
It's just the problem is like it's just the philosophy generated for like PGR, where it used to be hard, but then they actually bounce out with the characters, but the characters soon actually get more stylish and stylish. You have to incorporate these like cinematic like attack and flashy attacks, and during those attacks you have to make sure that they're actually like they're locked in, right? And they just keep adding more on flashiness, but they didn't act up the difficulty of the mobs. It's like literally what I'm doing right nowadays is literally just doing not bomb mashing, just significantly like specific order of button mashing to like clear content. Even until if I do that, I'm gonna be like 80 to 9%. I'm gonna be invincible because nothing can stop me. I'm just dishing damage and the general like mob design and the like bosses and everything, it sympathizes like to Gen 1. It didn't actually transfer to Gen 2. So if like, they want to like get back to that difficulty, which they have the niche market of like these like hack and slash adventure hack and slash. That's actually like the official category, adventure hack and slash, where the difficulty whole premise is hard. The entire UI is designed not for controls, and it's designed for like MMO, since you have more than 4 buttons. Because generally in mobile space, the mobile user will play mostly with their thumb. Meanwhile, in PGR, you literally have like a virtual controller with it. And they mostly forgot about that part where you have a feeling that you actually holding a virtual controller on top of your screen. And it didn't scale. The mob didn't scale. Like they actually just kept the like difficulty the same, but the characters went more and more and more like with flashiness more and more, which introduced like more and more of time stop, time gate, and animation locks where the enemy cannot do anything about it.
Like when we're getting Chushikora and she can ult every 2 seconds.
Or like in general, like alpha. Like
there's a reason I barely use alpha. There's a reason. I use her when I struggle.
Chu is the perfect example. Chu is the perfect example. When she came out, Ice Warzone has literally turned into a chair simulator. That's all it is.
Yo, I know someone who wants to be her chair though, and I'm not actually talking about me. Yo, so Biimow, you started PGR recently. Care to share your experience?
Yeah. Yes, I have a lot to say about PGR. Can you just come back to me though, because I want to set up my VTuber model. If that's okay. Just
yeah.
Do you want me to do that, or you just ramble?
Yep. Okay. So while he's doing that, I used to be like on the side of I like the way Chushikora looks. I was gonna pull her. Nah, I'm skipping her. I am so fucking skipping her. 100% skipping Chushikora. I'm probably skipping Watanabe. I might get him off the like when Luna Oblivion comes home. I might get him for the Void team purely for that, just for fun. But like,
why is this skipping Uncle? What's Uncle did for you?
Right. But like for me, it's just like I've been like so like the most fun I've been having in PGR, like I've actually been actively going and doing 12Ks again, is like with Luna Laurel. Like because I recently got my Luna, and like I got her 6-star weapon, and I've just been going to town with the Gen 1, and I've been having more fun than I have with Gen 2, say for Imperia, because parrying with Imperia sucks. Parrying with Imperia is very hard for me anyway. So that's what I've been working on personally.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. There isn't actually any character that I want to pull. I mean, Luna Oblivion seems interesting, but the only other character that I wanted, I found out not too long ago that she was just gonna be free. So, like I already have like
Elisa.
all my favorite characters, to be honest. Yeah. So,
yeah.
Once I get, bow and arrow stando powder, I think I'm gonna be pretty done. I'm gonna have all the characters that I do want. So, I still have fun, with my characters even now. Cause like me, I'm the type of person where like, I came from like when I was like younger, like games where like having like specific mains and mastering specific characters was like like the main thing that you should be doing. And like I can like stay attached and not get bored playing a character for years and years and years. So, once I get Echo, I still have Crimson Weave. So I'm literally just good on PGR. Like once I get Echo, like my PGR account is just complete. There's literally, because I don't care about meta teams. I don't care about none of that. As long as I can just yaoi my way through the game, I'm literally fine. So
Yeah, so for me, it's just like when I got Luna, right? Like I wanted Luna. Everyone here knows that. Everyone watching knows that I wanted Luna like so goddamn much. And then like people are just like, "But you just wasted $100 on getting Luna. Like Lamia's gonna be here." And I was just like, "Yeah, and I'm getting Lamia too. But I can still use Luna for fun, can't I?" Like obviously I'm getting Lamia. But like it's amazing. Just like I understand that people like are talking about meta, but for me, it's more about the for fun factor.
Yeah, this is like a segment for PGR community. They're actually like two tryhards. Like there's actually like I know for a fact that like half of like competitive community that exists like for like a meta and shit came from HI3 because they got fed off like HI3 was monetization because that the game went to hell with monetization.
It did.
Yeah,
I
Yeah,
actually
those-
also I came from that side because I used to be like the top player for HI3 for like 6 months. I used to be like in top 10, top 20. I did also won official rewards for like Mikoya for being top player and everything. That's why I have like the streamer reward for 2021. I have like the 1/8 scale of like HOV because of my contribution to the like. And that's why I get like a mindset. But also, recently, since I'm like I'm getting old, I don't wanna. I actually completely understand Mimic where he wants to just come in, chill, play whatever he wants, difficulty whatever he wants, and just enjoy the game how it was initially visualized. Like in 1.0, how it's initially visualized, and then you have like these people that I cannot like comprehend of like unless you're playing meta, you're actually being complete shit. You're not playing the right game the right way. Leave the man alone, man. He wants.
I really don't understand why people are like, you have to play meta or you just suck. It makes no sense to me because, like, for example, Street Fighter 6 or Street Fighter 5, I played Juri. She was low tier, but I played her because I liked her. It was my style. But now she's top tier in Street Fighter 6. But like, bottom line, people are like, why don't you play someone else? No, I don't want to play someone else. I want to play who I like playing. And these people, even with gacha games too, it's like play who you like, roll for who you want, and that's it.
Yep.
Yeah, like speaking on your thing with like Street Fighter, like another good example is I think it was back in Tekken 7. Because 7. There was I can't remember his name, but I think it was but there was a guy who went and played Kuma, the bear, who was a terrible character, and he ended up winning worlds.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because no one knew the matchup at that point.
And his logic for picking him was just because he sucks at sidestepping, and Kuma's bad with sidesteps, so he didn't have to worry about it.
Just generally play whoever wants. Like the game is designed to have fun, not to goddamn like sweat your ass off and like be like sweaty boy and just try to do like a 0.1 second improvement because the meta said so.
So I was doing a react yesterday on stream where they were the dude was talking about like, is Wuwa's combat going to be brain dead? And like, so I was talking about this and I'm like, well, having brain dead characters and then complicated characters is good because even if you love absolutely balls to the wall, complicated combat, right? Eventually you're going to want to unwind with just a complete brain dead unit. So it's good to have both, in my opinion, right? And so that's where I fall. So like with the Dark team, for example, you know, Lamia's not going to be that complicated. And Luna, honestly, isn't complicated as well, but with the Gem 1, you're going to have to try more than you're going to have to try with the Gen 2.
Yeah, lost my thought, damn it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yo, speaking of Lamia, real quick, Jemmy, thoughts?
Huh?
About Lamia?
What is the fish name?
I was thinking about Vera at the time because I know Vera's going to be replaced.
But what? Vera's being replaced?
Rosin.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Vera Rosin's going to be replaced by Teddy. But I don't care. I'm still going to play Vera. I love Vera. No matter which one, Garnet and Rosin, they're my favorite. I absolutely love it.
I didn't realize she's going to be replaced
soon. Yeah, Teddy is a dark amplifier. So
no.
she's gonna
Teddy
be
is not a dark amplifier. She's just a dark
She's
healer.
not?
Yeah.
No.
healer? Oh, sorry,
She's just
not
an all.
amplifier.
She's
I'm
just
used to amplifiers, not healers
Yeah.
now.
she's just an alternate to Rosen, basically. That's it.
Yeah.
Just like alternate rules. And
With she does have like 10% void for like using with Luna, the
true.
Luna Oblivion, but
Mhm.
using any other amplifier is still better.
The meta is using Teddy. I don't want to use Teddy for my dark team. I want to
yeah.
use Vera, and I'm gonna stick to it.
I got sick of swapping the
I was
sword
thinking about
off
meta
and on
still. Sorry.
about.
Are you coming off guard with Lamia?
Gem, I think we're actually on the
Lamia's
same.
pretty. That's my reasoning.
She's
pretty.
Yeah, she is gorgeous. I'm still a firm believer of like Lamia had the best glow up in PGR, because if you look at her like character development, child, then like her first frame, right, like right when she becomes a construct, and then like you see her like actual like playable release frame, and it's just like, what the fuck? Like, absolutely.
She's still kind of a child. Her personality is so sweet.
A lot of people actually didn't like that.
And she's just like, I'm not supposed to be friends with you, but I like you. But I'm not supposed to be friends with you. She's so sweet. I love her.
I like
She's so
Lamia.
sweet until she gets like sushi by Vera.
You're not wrong.
You're like, I know I'm not wrong because I'm on the Vera camp. Vera is actually the only sole reason that I got like, dude, like I'm the only insane person who went through torture and just like skipping everything. I joined the game, got alpha, skip everything, got Rosen through triple S plus 3 weapons, skip everything, got Rosen through triple S plus weapon. And if she had a pet, of course I will do pet. I will do anything for her. Please punish me, mommy.
Listen, I love Vera too.
Dude.
Hold on, I have proof.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
Oh yeah.
See, like
Hey,
that's
Baby.
the,
What's up?
that's the way to play these gacha games now. It's like after I
General
played 2 gacha
podcast,
games,
general chat.
Yes.
Right,
Yes,
There
I
we
do
go.
have
Look
that.
at that price, dude.
oh my god,
I do that. Like I'm so
Oh,
bad.
wow.
I'm so bad of like my redhead addiction that I bought a free skin for her.
Dude, I have a weakness for
Oh,
white hair
yeah.
anime girls. Like, just complete weakness. Yo, so I know someone else here, though, was looking forward to Feral Scent 21's patch. Specifically 21 herself. It was Harps. You still
Yes.
planning on pulling?
oh yeah, I'm gonna pull.
Or has
I
this
still
or
have,
has
like,
the
20
Honging patch bored you to tears as well? Like
I haven't
everybody
played
else.
it. Since we've been on the last podcast, I've only logged in just to like get the daily stuff. I haven't
Yeah.
really played anything. I'm like I don't know, like there's just it's not grabbing me. That's the thing. Like I tried like I went back to Tower of Fantasy and I'm like, yeah, this game's dog shit. Yeah, dog shit. Great concept, but dog shit. Then I went to Epic 7, I'm like, this is stupid. But like, oh, honestly, like, yeah, I'm waiting for. I'll roll on 21, see how
Yeah.
it goes, but when Woo comes out, it's like, okay, who are the characters you could pick? You get a free 5-star. Might as well save for like the epic unit you really want. All these people are like, gotta roll on everyone. Like,
Yeah.
creators like, oh, this unit's
Yeah.
gonna do this. It's like a 0.5% increase from everything else, except for unless it's an Acheron. It's like 100%. Like that's a different scenario. Like, just no. I'll try playing it again. It might grab me, but then I know Woowa is just going to be like, "Oh, I'm focused."
Woowa is going to grab everyone's attention, and I think this is a good transition. Actually, you know what? Biimow first. PGR.
Yeah. Yep. I've been really been waiting to actually talk about PGR because I really love it. Like the amount I enjoyed playing PGR was just insane, and there's a few reasons for it. Also, I'm sorry about not being able to set up my VTuber model and everything. I don't know why technical issues plague podcast with me. I do apologize.
All good.
Don't worry, I understand. VTube Studios and Discord do not get along. I've tried
Your
to
mic
use the
is
webcam
working.
setting.
That is
Does not
good
work.
enough.
True.
They do not get
People being
along.
patient.
I understand.
Thank you so much. But yeah, PGR. I found PGR after I played Genshin, so it wasn't my first gacha. But dude, coming from Genshin, I thought Genshin rate was fair. I thought like combat Genshin was okay. And then I played PGR, and there's so much I love about it. There's so much I love about it because it feels like a game that people I don't know, like the developers feel like they care a bit more. Maybe I'm stupid. I don't know, but that's the vibe I get from it. Like
There's
some of the features
okay.
that.
Have you
I
ever
mean,
played a fighting game or anything at all?
I've played a lot of games.
Okay,
I've grown up
okay,
playing a lot of different games. So it's weird that I fell into playing gacha games, and maybe it's because I'm like a student a lot, so I don't have a lot of time to play games. So I like the 30 minutes a day you play. You feel like
yep.
you get a bit of dopamine. You feel good. You move on. I don't have time to be thinking so much time into it. Maybe that's what I like it. But with PGR, there's so much love. The combat, you can't get a similar experience in any other game. I feel like some of the other later characters I played, it feels like you can maybe button mash a tiny bit, but it's like you got to use half your brain and then you have another half. You have like a Tetris simulator. I mean, not Tetris, but you know what I mean. You got a little puzzle going on. You're dodging stuff. You're playing things, and it's an experience I can't get anywhere else. I like the fact that I can just jump in, do everything I need to do, get my experience, and then move on. I don't have to sit through exploring when I don't want to. I don't have to sit through dialogue blow. I can jump in, get what I want out of the system, play, and just move on. I just love that about the game, and I think I'm very new here to the PGR stuff, and I've been waiting to make PGR content, but I really don't know what I'm talking about. When you guys are saying all these words, they're going over my head. I'm like, what are these things? What even is like? I'm seeing these characters, and it's a bit overwhelming. But I don't let that affect my gameplay too much. I
It
just
is for
see
new
these cool.
players. Don't worry, I was overwhelmed. I was Genshin. Genshin was my first gacha. Hardcore into Genshin.
Oh boy.
I just was blown away by PGR, and I was so overwhelmed I quit when I first started. And then a friend of mine was like, "Oh no, you should try it again. The PC client's fixed." I started when they first launched the PC client, and that was a shitstorm. And then I went back in, and all of a sudden I like it again, and it was great. So it just takes time.
I mean, the PC client's still busted.
It's
still
the analogy
busted.
is that PGR community is the same as the One Piece community. They spread it by the word of mouth, and if you just get past the first 800 episodes, it's really good.
So I want to ask Beam. Okay, Beam, how long have you been playing Genshin? If like you still playing Genshin?
Okay, no, I still play Genshin from time to time. I'm not playing too much gachas at the moment just because I'm busy.
Okay.
But Genshin, I played day one when it came out, and it's a funny story. So I played Genshin. I love Zelda. I love Breath of the Wild. I used to be really into video game before I got quite busy. And so how would I say? Yeah, I saw Genshin. I was like, this is multiplayer Breath of the Wild. I just jumped in and I loved it. I got a 10-pole, the first one for free. I got Diluc. I really wanted Diluc. I was loving the game. The only problem is I accidentally selected the American server like an idiot. And I played it, and then everyone said, I'm not playing with you because you're on American servers. I got sad. I stopped playing. And then I came back a year and a half afterwards, and I got back into it. And then I kind of loved it. The cycle was pretty good. And then I played Genshin ever since then. So like 2 point something, just before 3. And I've been playing since whatever versions now, 4.6 or whatever. And then recently, 1-2 months ago, I jumped into PGR, tried Honkai Star Rail, tried a few different gachas. But yeah, PGR is my favorite gacha so far.
Yeah.
So I want to like say, here's like since I'm actually the guy who actually did work directly with me, who I can actually understand like their like general design and why you felt like kind of like shocked when you actually switched to like PGR. Since like I said, I mentioned before, most mobile gamers are honestly playing on the toilet with their thumb. What MiHoYo does is like they see what's popular in West and see how we can convert that to like a simple to mobile, because like realistically in Genshin you're pressing mostly the one button and you can play the entire game with one button, and then you have the constant great experience translated to mobile, and that's actually how it's like everybody's getting grabbed to it because they don't need to like think of like so many buttons. Most of the things you can do like one button. You're almost mashing out at the later stage of the game. You're just mashing EQ. And
I think that's what drew me into PGR is like the combat was familiar, kind of like Dark Souls, but then it was like also playing Candy Crush.
But yeah, here's like what I'm going to take while you're talking about like from the from the GDD stuff and from a technical term. What Kuro did is actually they brought the they actually did the reverse. They brought the mobile game, but they introduced the console stick, and they didn't switch to it. They actually introduced mobile players to like console experience games, and how console games are actually designed. They're actually designed with mind that as like a veteran gamer, there's no like entry for like entry players where it's like, here's the controller, here's this, you don't need to think about it. It already expects you that you already have like some kind of a gaming experience. So you have so many buttons because that's how they envision the game to be hard, because you have so many things pop in on your screen, and with the combination of the fast action-paced game, they expect you to get good. That's why the game actually feels like Dark Souls-like. It's not directly like Dark Souls, but the more it's actually realistically comparisons, like you playing like Devil May Cry on DMD difficulty. Dante must die. And that's like the major what mobile gamers didn't experience like in general, like Kuro games is like, we're gonna do whatever Mihoyo does, but we're gonna do it from the console perspective, and you have to get good or you suck at it. We're not gonna sugarcoat it.
Yep.
And
Yeah, but the one thing that does have me worried is like because Kuro actually did this to PGR and it actually hurt it a little bit, in my opinion. In the older babbles, like the starting ones, I think some of the later ones, the time limit on the babble stages could actually go up to 15 minutes, and then I can't remember what patch universally capped to 10 minutes. What that means is lower tier characters have basically effectively become useless to a certain extent because because you got that time limit cap. Now it's a DPS check at the same time as a skill check, and so like I got access to the Wuthering Waves closed beta test too, but I couldn't play it because for some reason they didn't have any controller support, which just utterly baffles me. But from what I saw, all of their in-game stuff has a 5-minute timer. Why? Why is that even a thing?
No, that is
Because
crazy.
the best example I can say of someone having fun with a game is in Tales of Arise. Right at the start of the game, you come across this like raid boss thing that's like 40 levels higher than you. There is someone who literally spent 6 or 8 hours. It's up on YouTube. 6 hours fighting that thing with like a level 1 character right at the start. No hitting the entire run. You can't do something like that in like PGR or even in WoWa from what I can understand, because they have those 5-minute, all those timers on you, which means the game is less about of a skill issue. It's more of a DPS check. And that's very saddening to see. But then I've got also other grievances with gacha systems, but I'm not going to kill the vibe with that. So
Yeah.
Mostly because like the
Gambling for children?
general demographic did change in last 3 years because of the attention span, like, and people don't have like time to sit like 1 hour to beat one boss. They want instant gratification. You don't like. That's why y'all like everything is like have like some games are dictated by the Chinese players, and we actually have like no voice into it because like you have to understand like the mindset of the Chinese player. You know the gacha gaming culture that like whales that are not shamed, they're actually praised.
Yeah.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
they like,
this is one of the reasons like why I have such a bad stance on gotchas now. Like for me, GTR dies, I'm done. Period. That's it.
Yeah,
I agree
understandable.
with your point about the timers,
Yeah.
to be honest, because I have the same idea where I like doing really stupid things, and having a timer does feel restrictive. So I do feel the same thing, and I do feel it linked back to the gacha system. So I don't think it's necessarily just an instant gratification thing, because players still always have the option to do the easy way, but they're just removing an option for other players that want to have more creative or stupid ideas. But I don't think it's a big deal. I don't want to go into like a conspiracy trying to get people to spend money or whatever, but I understand the grievance on that point.
I mean, it does feel like that, to be honest, because like I was like doing the Terragotta Queen. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but it's the one that you fight during Fake Ascension. It was the boss they introduced during that Fake Ascension, and I was fighting it 12K with Luna, and like 2 minutes in, and I got it down to like 20 health bars left, And like it almost felt like it was impossible to actually kill that boss because it has 30 total health bars, 2 phases in the amount of health bars that it has. And like I feel like I'm doing like negligible damage. Granted, I can stun lock it, but it's like 2 minutes. Like it almost felt fucking impossible. And then I go in there with Alpha and I clear it in like 2 minutes. It was crazy.
Oh,
Well,
well, if you're one, to be fair, if you're fighting the Terra Queen, especially when you're doing something like you want to use the bull pet because when it tries to go up in the air, you can use the pet skill to stun it out of it.
Oh, I figured a
It's
stun
one of
lock
the few
skill, too.
bosses. Yeah, it's one of the few bosses where you can actually use the bull stun on, and it actually does something.
I will look into that. I will look into abusing the Terracotta Queen just for being a nuisance.
Isn't like 21 in terms of like usability and everything, like even if you have like 21 alpha still stays on the play field 100%, right? Is this like, oh yeah, I actually remember like back then when she was actually like announced and released, everybody was complaining that like 21 was useless. Like you just slap Da Vinci on her and that's it. It's like they kind of like missed the opportunity. I'm not sure if I can confirm. Did they buffed her like down the line, or they just kept her like the same?
Are you talking about the A rank?
No, the S rank one.
I've never heard that argument ever.
Well, no,
Because,
well,
I
the
understand the
argument
argument.
The argument is that if with the amplifiers, the reason why people are saying that is because if you don't have an amplifier at SSS, their class passive is only at 50% of its capacity. Once you hit SSS, it doubles, and that's where their buffs are actually better than the A rank counterparts. Like for Dark team, it's Rosen as the healer or the DV bot. But with Selena Capriccio, if you have her at SSS, she beats out Rosen. But otherwise, you're better off just using Rosen if Selena isn't SSS. That's where that came from.
Yeah, so
yeah.
And since we're kind of so overall, I'm personally as someone who pretty much just mains PGR at this point, like almost all the time. I'm definitely looking forward to Feral Scent 21's patch because of the fact that I am fucking sick of Han Ying's patch. Like Han Ying had great character design. Not for me. I don't really care about her in the end. But I want to get the fuck out of this patch. So I am looking forward to 21's patch. Personally.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, I also feel like that for like alpha patch they dragged it for way too long.
Oh my god, alpha's patch is so bad.
Yeah, I want to know why. Yeah, that was longer than normal. Like the average time generally for S rank patches were usually 6 weeks, which I honestly think every patch should be 6 weeks because it gives us more time to save up and things like that. But generally, every time they do an A rank patch, it's always 30 days.
It's because it was alpha. Like literally, it's literally because it was alpha.
To be fair, it was actually alpha patch, but it was the most hypest patch for entire like in PGR history. And they kind of fumbled it. They have like the bag, but they didn't actually market it right. They did market it by the time when Duolingo released its animation, right? The patch already died.
Yeah, I think the last really big patch was the first Nier. Oh god, what if fiasco the community was having with like about saving for Nier and stuff. Oh god, that's a story and a half.
Yeah, I wouldn't actually say like only Nier. I would say I'll actually only Nier the like first anniversary.
Yeah.
The PC client release was also pretty hyped, and I know it was semi-hyped for like Vera because people like me and Gem barking, just straight up barking for her. Then like it's gonna be the next patch is gonna be like the fish. Not the uncle that cooks her.
My opinion, I don't think 21's patch is going to do that well because of Wuwa. Realistically, people, if it's 2 weeks, people are going to be like, why would I go spend in PGR if I can go spend in Wuthering Waves?
Because Wuthering Waves has a crappy 50-50 system, but that's just me.
All the
I
more
know,
reason to
so-
spend in it.
Well,
I
That's how
can't
gacha systems
stand
work.
50-50. Like,
Oh.
that's such a horrible system.
to be
I got
fair,
cucked in Aethergazer.
to be fair, couple points. One of the reasons why I don't mind 50-50 is because, it also gives like the other characters that are not limited a chance to actually be obtained. So, as long as you can get
Mhm.
guaranteed, I don't see it as a problem. At the end of the day, it is a gotcha game after all.
And
Also, I don't really see a problem with the 21 release being close to Withering Waves because,
Yeah.
let's be honest, a lot of people that are, big gotcha heads and a lot of people that understand how gotchas work, they already know that upon release, Withering Waves is going to give them a lot of chances to make a lot of free pulls. When a gotcha comes out, you don't feel inclined to instantaneously wail because you're going to be getting a lot of wishes, you're going to
True.
be getting a lot of bullshit. And for the first half of the 21 patch, people are already, like we mentioned before, like it's already been established, they're gonna get everything that they already need out of the patch itself. And if half of the people that play PGR haven't gotten 21 already, then at the end of the day, that's kind of just their fault. So
Uh-huh.
I really don't. I really feel like the 21 patch, along with Withering Waves coming out, like smack dab in the middle of it or a little bit past the middle of it, is perfectly fine, to be honest.
Yep.
Because really,
Yep.
how much more are you really going to be doing at the later stages of a patch? You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
I honestly think that both those things are just fine.
So for me,
yeah,
I think
my
the biggest
Go ahead.
patches coming up is going to be the Lamia patch. And then the
Mhm.
BRS patch after that one. That one's been pretty hyped up.
Yeah,
And
the
then
Yeah.
following that,
BlackRock
it's going
is-
to be following that Luna Oblivion.
BlackRock's in my opinion, is probably gonna be a disaster
Ooh.
Yeah.
because I don't know how much the PGR community is aware of BlackRock Shooter, but she's just an A rank.
Oh yes.
It's not.
And so you
you're not going
and
to be really allowed to use the collab characters a whole lot
Yeah.
in
Yeah, that's
stuff. So
true.
it's like there's
But-
some limited things you'll be allowed to use the
And-
A rank, which
And
is
also,
kind
you
of
need to
depressing.
be realize that like BRS is an old IP. We're talking about like introducing BRS to like Zoomers.
Yeah.
They don't
It's
know
a
what
really
the
old
fuck is, like,
IP.
even BRS.
but the other thing is like the only thing like if you have any yellow tickets which are used for like summon units, you can't use them on collab. You can't.
Yeah.
It's a
can't.
complete waste. So that's probably gonna tilt people too.
Mm.
But back onto your point, Shu, you are 100% right that with the whole 50-50. My argument is if they really wanted, in my opinion, it's more of a tactic to earn money because at the end of the day, games
Mhm.
are a business. Like that's
It is
just
a
how it
gotcha
is.
too. Mhm.
Yeah. But my counter to that is have a separate banner that goes on that's like 1 or 2 units behind where you can just permanently set whoever you want to 100%. Same pity, same everything, but just have it be like 2 to 3 units behind. Because that way, newer players that like say they ended up liking the game, they want to whale and they want to start getting the older characters, they can.
I think that's fine. But in a way, another counterpoint to that is that seems kind of predatory in a sense because if there's somebody that failed to get a character they really wanted, and then they're once again given another chance to get said character permanently, now they're gonna have to decide how they're gonna split their funds, or they're gonna have to double their funds to apply to both banners. So
Well, let's
if
literally
let's say
actually.
let's say for example, right? You will say like this made up game. Let's say Arlecchino is one banner, and then Crimson Weave is another banner. Arlecchino's passed, people weren't able to get her, and now it's Crimson Weave, and now you add Arlecchino to this other banner where you can get all these other characters. So if new players end up coming in and they see this other character that was a part of a past patch and see this new character, they're not going to know what they want to put their funds to. So if they choose one over the other, they're going to be like, okay, so I'm going to have to bust out my wallet anyway, regardless of where this character is and what banner this character is on. Look at the Chronicled Wish, for example. There were people that were in like, different Reddits that were busting out their wallets so that they can get characters like Jean, Diluc, and all that. And these characters weren't even limited characters. These are standard characters. So I do believe that that's just another predatory tactic. And while that it would be nice for people to get characters whenever they do want, I do believe that just having the one limited banner with the 50-50 is essentially fine while having it alongside a standard banner.
Mm-hmm.
Look,
Oh, maybe they
look,
actually. Well, actually, now that I think about it, Did you raise that
Look,
up?
Miho did standardize the 50-50 system because every gacha before
Yep.
Genshin, they had like a guarantee system, but their own spin. Nowadays, like every gacha game nowadays are just copying the Miho system of 50-50 because it's a guarantee. It's a win-win for the house. Like whatever you do, they profit massively. If you lose the 50-50, that's a double profit for them.
Oh, actually, let me clarify something. Since the gacha system in Wuwa, doesn't it have like a soft pity at like just before the guarantee
80.
pity?
Oh yeah.
Every gacha game, as far as I know, that has a pity
I'm talking
limit.
about Wuwa
I know, but every one that I know of has a soft pity that starts like 20 before, and then it just builds up slowly, exponentially.
No, you're not understanding what I'm saying. Like in Aether, if I think it's like 70, the first 70 pulls, it's a 50-50, and then the net after the 70 after that, if you don't get the rate up, it's a guaranteed. What I'm saying, wasn't there a pity to where it's like you hit 70, it like in Wuwa, just for example, like it was 70 pulls, you hit a 50-50, but if you don't get it, it's like 20 more pulls, and then you get the guaranteed. Was it like that in Wuwa? No, closed beta? I can't remember.
No idea. I didn't do the Wuwa closed beta, but this is honestly a good transition. This honestly is a good transition into Wuthering Waves. So we don't end up on 21's patch and everything else for all day. But yo, Wuthering Waves comes out in about 2 weeks almost, give or take.
Which date is that?
25th of May, I believe, if I'm not wrong.
22nd.
Oh boy. Okay.
22nd. Wednesday. 2 weeks.
22nd. Okay. 2 weeks. Kuro has 2 weeks grace period before they get annihilated by MiHoYo again, because Triple Z is getting released on 4th of July.
Yeah, I'm not playing
you know
that
what's
fucking
on 4th
game.
of July? Yeah, that was okay. You're not playing that game, but since like it's a MiHoYo game, they're actually they're considered like as a AAA publisher for mobile games. Whatever they publish, it's gonna get gobbled up.
Oh yeah.
It happened. You have to remember like what happened to Wuthering Waves CBT1. They released the CBT1. They released they announced this one. MiHoYo it's like, oh no, we're releasing HSR like a few days after. You know what happened to Wuthering Waves? All the hype just wiped again. Same happened again. With CBT2, they announced the CBT2. Oh no, we're gonna announce CBT3, even though we had CBT2 like a month ago. And then again, he wiped it out. So
I don't think ZZZ is gonna even compare to Wuwa simply because it's just two different styles. ZZZ is way closer to PGR than it is to Wuwa.
Not like. It's not. Yeah. We're not talking about styles. We're only just talking about generally IP, and then I'm gonna get the whole loop in. Just listen, gacha games did whenever MiHoYo posts, they usually they try to avoid that period at least for a month, and mostly why Kuro goes go ballsy because they have huge backing by Tencent. Tencent and MiHoYo, they don't like each other. They literally hate each other to the teeth because the Tencent did offer multiple times to MiHoYo to buy them out. They just reclined, and then you have the whole HI3 controversy, which I'm not gonna go and get in.
Yeah,
I personally got involved a little bit. What Tencent wants is actually a MiHoYo killer. That's why they invested. They also invested in the Tower of Fantasy. That flopped. They try to invest everything that MiHoYo goes against. That's why you have in the shell hoarders and all things. They have 14.1 or 0.9 depending on on which source you actually pick in the Kuro games. So, they still don't have the voting power, but they have the backbone of potentially if Wuwa gets hugely popularized and then gets 1 billion in profits. They're gonna do is they're gonna try to buy out the entire company so they have the voting power, and whatever Tencent touches, it's gonna be aligned by CCP. So you should actually expect nerfs and shit. Yeah. So
I'm gonna be completely honest. In my opinion, there is no way in hell. The only people that can kill MiHoYo is MiHoYo themselves. Like Tencent can just be as angry as they want. There is not a like at the end of the day, people who want to play WUA are going to go play WUA, like me. I'm going to go play WUA personally. Tencent can grow the fuck up as far as I'm concerned. Tencent and MiHoYo can just grow the fuck up, and then they can go fucking have a dick measuring competition all day, every day. But at the end of the day, people are going to go to the game they want to play.
Yeah, that's true. But still, like you're talking about, like you're talking perspective from a hardcore fan. You need to take a perspective as like a game dev. You need to catch the casual Andy. You can have a hardcore base, but you don't catch the regular Andy in greater scheme. It will make profit. Yeah, that's sure. It won't flop. But it won't actually expect what Tencent expected, like for being like a huge massive game as like a counter to Genshin, because they realistically what they want the alternative to Genshin. They offer it with a higher combat, with much harder combat, and everything got is like still feels like it, but still on the different spin of like having like the difficulty in the gameplay and everything, right? But they still need to like be careful of whatever is going to be on Triple Z. You all may be different, but you have to realize that like what actually grows the community is the average Andy, and then the average Andy just reciprocates into content creation, and then like content creation get up, you have more in, and you gotta have like endless loop. You have to feed that endless loop of casual Andes. The hardcore, you have like kind of like a wall that you need to climb out. Like the casual Andy won't climb up; they will just turn around and go to the next team. That's why I'm saying that like they need to pop off, and they need to keep going with the train of it. Because I know for a fact, like Kuro Games has like really bad communications generally, in at least in the western part. Yeah, they literally have like a really bad communication, because I personally experienced with that bad communication. It's literally talking to a wall.
Okay. So quick question. This is gonna be for everybody to be able to answer, because there are a couple people that haven't really had a chance to really talk about certain things. There have been people that have been on the mic a whole lot more. So essentially, since Tencent's buyout is like, from what I can understand, like like probably like less than 20% or whatever.
15.
So I pose this question to everybody. So so despite it being a video game and on the same market, so on a surface level, we're going to be ignoring game competition on a surface level. Do we all genuinely believe that Kuro Games is trying to advertise Wuthering Waves as a competition to Genshin Impact? Yes or no? All right, go ahead, explain yourself. And then I'll say my point at the end of it. Everybody can go ahead. You can tell me if you genuinely
I am listening though.
Aside from the fact that they are buying out the same places in which Genshin Impact advertised, like recently, because obviously those are just naturally popular places to place your advertisements. Do we genuinely believe that Kuro Games does indeed, at this stage of their career, making an open world gacha game for the very first time, going out of the way of their niche, do we actually think that Kuro Games' intention, like Tower of Fantasy, is to be direct competition with Genshin Impact, but no surface level answers? All right, go ahead.
Okay.
Of course, it's going to be a competition. That's the goal, because it's 2 games now, instead of like Genshin being monopolizing the zone. Now you got WUA, right? We had Tower of Fantasy, but it kind of fell off. But now we got WUA. It's a direct competition, maybe not directly, but it is a competition, because it's pretty much the same game, but with better combat. More.
So you believe that's their intention?
It's like
that's Kuro's intention.
Not necessarily,
necessarily,
but yeah, not necessarily. Exactly,
ahead,
not necessarily,
Final.
but like it. Go ahead, Sakura.
It's
no,
like,
go ahead,
it's like,
Final. You
it's
were
like,
finished your point.
no, I want to
So
type
you're piggybacking off his point.
Okay.
All right, we'll get back to Final Hearts after you're done.
Yeah.
Okay.
So wait, who's going first?
Go ahead.
Me? Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's like that have Dota, and then you have League, and then you have like CS:GO, you have Valorant. That's the same thing over here. Like you have Genshin, and then you have Wuthering Waves, which is actually the similar. It's actually mostly similar, but they do this thing within the same thing. with the same gameplay, with the same these world building and all the fields, but they did do it with their own small twist that feels very similar, but at the same time it's not. You cannot say that like League and Dota are the same. They are the same. They are MOBAs, but they are mechanically completely different.
It's like Kuro Games wanted to make their own Genshin Impact. They saw it and they went, I want to do the same thing, but make it my own.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
It's not really like, yes, we're going to be a competition, but it's like you inspired me to do this kind of thing, and not like, I wish your downfall. It's, oh, I want to do this too, kind of thing.
And what they learned from PGR's bad PR is that they're taking tips from the top creator. Like, you always take tips from the top creator because that's how you're going to expand, get known, get farther out there, because you're using tips that work. You're doing things that actually are successful. So they're buying out all the stuff that Hoyoverse did, so they can actually market to the right people, and it's working. The site like is jumping up in millions, like in one day, 1 million people doing pre-registers. That's a lot of people.
I agree.
Yeah, it is.
Like, as much as I loved Genshin, I played since day one as well, and I'm very much burnt out. But I'm very happy to have a game similar to Genshin to give me that feeling again. Because I am so burnt out on Genshin, and none of the updates have been appealing to me. It does not tickle my fancy no more.
Same.
I'll keep my Genshin account, but I don't think I'm going to play it as hard as I would Wuthering Waves, because it is new. It's fresh. It's a brand new relationship with a gacha game, and that's what I want. I want to feel that again. And PGR has the mechanics that keep me coming back. And seeing it in a game that's like Genshin is having both best of both worlds for me. So I will play both, not as much for Genshin just because I'm burnt out, but like I'm very excited to have something different, you know?
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know if I got my point across.
Can I jump in here for a second?
Yeah, please do.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I pretty much agree with Jim on this point. For me, it's kind of spot on. They see something that they like and they want to do their own spin on it. I think that's pretty much how most games go, of course. They see something, they want to they want to try developing their own version of it, and I don't think that's a bad thing. I think it's how the industry grows. If they see something working, they want to try doing it better, and that's how we get innovation as a whole. And I think that it's not like a hostile tactic. I think they are intentionally going after the players because they know it's going to attract the same players. Now, it's not a hostile thing. It's just a thing that happens in the industry, and a lot of people, like she was saying, she's very burnt out. And pretty much everyone is, because there really hasn't been any innovation or any challenge in this space. So yeah, Wuthering Waves is the first one to do that, and
Especially when I just I don't play as often or like rebuild my characters as often. I go into the Spiral Abyss and I complete all 12 floors in like 10 minutes. I not bragging that I have really good characters, but it's just like it's not entertaining to me because it feels so brain dead. It's just HP sponges at this point for me.
You got
Gemma
bored
just
of
came into
mashing Q and E?
I play with controller.
Same.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, controller.
But it's because my hands are too small for a keyboard. But like I'm really into electro characters, and then Dendro made my already built electro characters suddenly very, very, very good, and now I don't need anything else. There's nothing else that appeals to me, because that's probably a whole different subject for Genshin, because Dendro has like power creeped so much.
Everything.
So now it just made the content so brain dead that I'm very excited for Wuthering Waves, because you can beat the game with any character you want. You invest into whoever you want. There's so many different builds. It's so flexible. There's no one true better build. It's based off of what you do for your characters with how you play. You don't have to have every unit. You don't have to have every reaction to beat the good, hard content in this game, which is very appealing.
I agree. That is definitely a very appealing thing. Kasumi, were you gonna say something about WoW as well?
Is my mic working? Oh,
Yeah, it
it
is.
seemed like it is.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yep.
So I'm kind of on the other side to where I actually don't think it's, how do I put it? So I kind of feel like it's not direct competition, or how should I put this in a way that kind of makes sense? So I think it was what was the Regashu? The question that you posed. What was the
So basically, I was asking, do we believe that Kuro Games themselves, Kuro Games, their intention is to have Wuthering Waves be a direct competition for Genshin Impact, against Hoyoverse, similar to how, Tower of Fantasy tried really, really hard to do. And I just wanted to get everybody's, opinions and points on the matter of whether they do genuinely think that Kuro Games is trying to, be better or be direct competition for Genshin Impact.
So personally, I feel that it's not direct competition. I mean, it being in the same space is kind of contradictory since, they're both open world gacha games. But I feel indirectly they're not really trying to be a competition.
Mhm.
So if I had to kind of explain myself with that, uh, if they really wanted to make it a direct competition, they would be doing a lot more things with the game that was in Genshin, if you can kind of understand. Like, one game has reaction-based combat, the other one doesn't. If they really wanted to work in the same space, they would kind of, how do I put it, like walk in the other person's shoe, I guess is a good analogy. But they're not really doing all of that. They're stealing ideas, but that's pretty much all I'm seeing that they're doing personally.
So am I the only one who hasn't
Yeah.
answered the? Go ahead, email.
Sorry. I just did. I just wanted to say thank you so much for having me. Thank you for letting me come on your podcast, and it's been great meeting you all. Hopefully, I can chat with you guys again soon because
Yeah.
it's been a lovely conversation, and I love hearing about PGR because it's a whole new world for me to experience and talk about. So once again, thank you, and I hope to speak to you soon. I gotta run to catch a train. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yo,
Yes, sir.
thanks for coming
Be
on.
safe.
I
Have
appreciate
fun.
it. If you ever want to chat PGR, just hit me up.
Thank you. I will do. Thank you so much.
Yep.
Take care.
All right. So
Bye.
am I the only?
Bye-bye.
Bye. So am I the only person who hasn't given their answer aside from Shu yet?
Yep.
Okay. Well then.
I kind of also kind of didn't just
He just
told who it
added.
is.
You just
No,
added.
No, we had the same concept, like the same thing, pretty much. Just like
Yeah, but also I
the-
also can talk about from the angle for that actually did have contact with both companies, and I know how they actually work in internally. But I'm gonna leave a Mimic first, so I'm gonna say what's gonna be all the subject about Wu and everything. So Mimic.
All right. So with me, I think both yes and no. Personally, I feel like it's a yes and a no. Because yes, because they're basically the same genre, open world RPG. Really, so it forces them into the spot where they have to compete with Genshin. So whether they want to or not, I couldn't say. And to be honest, I don't care. Oh yeah, stream did die. Holy shit.
Yes,
No.
you did.
Yeah, it did.
It died. Yo, Twitch just disconnected.
Oof.
Twitch killed itself. Yo, chat, sorry. Twitch killed itself. Twitch killed itself, chat. Twitch killed
Potato
itself.
roller.
Uh,
Bezos needs more money.
yeah, they are mad that I'm not making them money. So
Damn, that's kind of crazy. You're about to hit 60 viewers.
yeah. So as I was saying, both yes and no. Simply due to the fact that they're in the same market, obviously, so that plays a huge part. And honestly, they're probably seeing the success they're getting. So like we actually stand a chance, but if we want to bring over, you know, Genshin refugees, bring over more Genshin refugees, you know, we're going to have to advertise in the same space as well. So I do think that they're pretty much forced to be rivals with Genshin, but at the same time not. If that makes any sense. That's my perspective. I think both yes and no.
Mine's like kind of like a mix back. They like entire gaming industry is based on being recycled. There's not such a thing as an original game. If we have original games, realistically, we would only play 6 games over and over again because like game will get copyrighted.
Yeah.
Imagine like Jump getting copyrighted, you will only play Mario. If bouncing off would be a copyrighted thing, then would be only be Pong. There's not such a thing as like an original. So what I actually dub like Kuro games is like Mihoyo's distant cousin that is not successful. And then you have like the CCP custom Yamato Kuro, like look at your cousin Mihoyo. He created 3 games while being like in like high school.
Dude,
he had like he
killed
worked
himself
25
again.
hours.
It did. I was gonna say like I don't think.
What is going on with Twitch?
I have no idea, man.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's back on.
Oh my god. It's back on? Okay.
It's back on.
Alright.
Dude, like, so Kuro Games, like again, like Constantly Bash is like, your cousin Mihoyo is working 25 hours, 8 days per week. He brings so much money, while you actually just gooning with like content creators and this shit like that. Speaking of content creators and everything, they can make like a successful game, right?
Hold up.
They can all get.
You go ahead because we're recording it anyway.
Okay.
But
Okay.
it is killing itself, so if someone wants to push the go live category, I guess. I don't know, something.
So we're live. We got something else. So where was I? Oh yeah, you can have a successful game. It will pop off. But if you don't have a communication between you and players, that popularity is gonna just wind off. If you're gonna like continue like cherry picking content creators, and then like ignoring the small guy. Like, okay, not like the small guy that has like recently started, but the small guy that has like, I don't know, 5,000 on YouTube, has like a like 2,000 on Twitch, has like a small community between like 10 to 30 people who pop in, and they ignore the small guy, and then just constantly chasing the big guy. Your game is gonna lose the casual Andy. The casual Andy and those big content creators, they're gonna just move to the next big thing. So they have to get resolve of their communication skills, because I know I was actually a content creator for WoW, got like the CBT1, and then magically got like this like kicked it out without any prior notice. I also got like kicked out of the PGR content creation without any prior notice, even though I expressed my desire to stay with it, because I've been streaming PGR since ever it was released, nonstop, never breaked, and it's generally, if you don't have like a big number, they won't even care about in the slightest about like you communicating. This won't be an issue for first month, but the patch after, if they still treat how they treat the PGR content creators, they're gonna just build up their hardcore community, and the average Andy won't go in, and the average Andy is gonna get scared and they're gonna just pick up the latest hot thing. So yeah, they still want to like make their big game, because there is still like, if PGR still competing with HI3, it's still the same market share, is not popping in the West, but it's massively popular in China, and they want to make a game that they are known of. They can make mechanically good game. They can, when the spaghetti codes work, make a mechanically good game, but they need to just get their communications out their asses.
Yo, do me a favor. Someone press the go live.
I had to change my password to try and
Twitch killed itself. It's going off and on. I don't know what's going on. It might be my internet. I have no idea. But Shu, you want to give your thoughts?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I really look at it, and I was like really thinking about it, the way I see it is I don't see Wuthering Waves and Genshin Impact being a drag race. Well, how I see it is they're driving on the same highway, but they're taking two different exits.
Yep.
And people can argue that they grab onto Hoyoverse CCs and they're taking Hoyoverse advertisement spaces, and that directly means that they're directly competing with Genshin Impact, and they want to overthrow so and so. But um like how with like every other gaming space that is of similar genre, as I said, I didn't want anybody to point out the obvious surface level of, it's a similar genre, so of course they have to be competing. Because obviously that's just something that will naturally happen amongst the player community itself with players. So, when I think about PGR and I think about how I didn't know PGR existed for a very long time until, somebody told me about it, or until I saw the blog video, I think Kuro Games knew that if they would have just focused on their own content creators and would have focused on the much smaller group, they would have, gotten nowhere near the success that they have. So obviously, as somebody that's trying to make an open world gacha game, you would want to try to grab the attention of that, specific category of players, that specific group. And so obviously, Kuro Games saw that Hoyoverse is the one that has the most players for that sort of thing. They weren't going to hit up, all the Tower of Fantasy content creators. They weren't going to hit up, other open world gotchas, if there even is any, in which I don't know the names of because they either suck or they just, TOS'd. I mean EOS'd. But it made sense for them to go after the Hoyoverse content creators because that's where most of their audience is going to have to come from. And so when I think about it in that perspective, they had to build their popularity. But when you look at the systems for Wuthering Waves, especially for like combat and like the gameplay style, you can play Wuthering Waves completely different from Genshin Impact. Playing Wuthering Waves, sure, it's open world gacha, but it feels super different from Genshin, from what I've seen. And because like I've said in previous videos before, I haven't actually had the courtesy of having my hands on the CBTs, but it makes sense that they did what they did. And with the whole advertisement shit, buying out advertisement spaces that Hoyoverse has had, it only makes sense for them to do that because those are very popular locations. So obviously a lot of people would see that. So I don't think Kuro Games would be, dumb enough to be trying to go out of their way to fiddle and test around and play around with a new genre of game that they've never made before, that they're trying to develop. I don't think they'd make the same mistake Tower Fantasy did, and I don't think that they're going to be trying to make themselves appear as though, we're gonna kill Genshin, or you have to play our game and we want all of you to come play our shit because it's gonna be way better than them. I think they understand that you don't have to be the king of the mountain to be successful on said mountain. And what I mean by this is Firm Software is obviously the king when it comes to difficult Souls-like combat, since I've heard the Souls games be brought up before. Now, people have their opinions about Lies of P, but Lies of P overall, from what I can tell from content creators and other people, was very well received. And it has a whole bunch of stuff that's from the other From Software games, but it was still successful in its own right. So I don't think that Kuro Games has to focus on trying to be the best. They can be good enough to survive and thrive because you don't have to be at the top all the time to thrive. So I genuinely don't think Kuro Games, wants to be direct one-to-one competition with Hoyoverse. It doesn't seem like they're doing that, because it just seems like they're doing normal business tactics, normal strategies, just normal things that any average gaming company would do. I don't see them trying to overthrow Hoyoverse whatsoever. So I think that they'll be successful. You don't have to be the best. You just have to be good enough for your specific audience.
I agree. That is honestly the best thing I've heard as far as the whole WUA, comparison thing, in my opinion, that is the best take, right? In my opinion,
I
like,
think
do it.
I think something to note too is that unless we get another pandemic, there will be no other boost that Genshin got for any other
Mm-hmm.
company.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That COVID buff really buff
Yeah,
that
no one else
game.
is gonna get that COVID buff ever. Just straight up, no
Was
one else is
someone
getting
able
that
to
buff.
go live, by the way?
Do what?
Was someone able to go live, by the way?
Yeah, I got mine live too, but it looks like
Okay.
Mimix is back up.
I just had it all set
It's
up and
up.
didn't want
I
to
don't
go
know how
live if
stable
someone
it
already
is.
did it.
I'm so fucking sick of it.
Okay.
I might just DM one of you,
Welcome, internet.
like the
Okay.
title, and have you throw that in the title, and then just be done going live because I'm recording the whole
I
thing.
literally just copied everything.
I just copied and
just copied
paste and
everything.
replaced your name with my name. Or
Sounds good.
my name with your name.
That
Yeah,
works.
Yeah. But if he's going live, then I don't need to.
Yeah, he did. I'm just gonna.
Yep, it's up already.
Yeah. Yeah, it
Potato.
literally just killed everything.
I haven't been live on Twitch in so long. Jesus.
I
It's
would
like
go
password
live, but
password change. Like, okay.
there's other stuff going on with my computer right now, so it wouldn't work out.
Yeah. So
I don't have a scene for this.
There we go. Okay.
So as I was saying, well, like,
Okay.
shoot, best take, 100%. I am right there with you. I completely agree. They're on the same highway, but they're getting on off the same exit. That's how I look at it. I don't. Yeah, like, and I get where you're going with that, Sakurama, with the whole, like, internal shit. At the end of the day, games, especially gacha games, are driven by player bases. And while I would argue that Hoyoverse attracts the craziest of the crazies, people are just gonna go want to play what they want to play. And I do think the game is gonna be fine. Just my opinion, personally.
It's gonna be fine. I didn't say that it's gonna completely
Yeah, no,
flop. It's just
I
like
agree.
if
So, on to the final topic of today. On to the final topic. We had 2.2 HSR. So,
oh boy.
where do we even begin with this one? This one's that's something else.
It don't remind me of this stupid ass Robin drama.
Oh.
Oh boy, how deranged I can be.
We don't need to go and talk about the Robin drama. That what happened. They're fucking stupid. Okay, Twitter is fucking stupid. I don't associate with them. I just make fun of them because they make it easy.
This is why I don't use Twitter.
They hurt my
I
favorite
just don't
character's feelings.
understand why. It's like everywhere. No matter what it is, there's always a group that is going to talk so much shit because you stated your opinions, but they can state their opinions and push it onto you. But once it's reversed, it goes bad. It's like, no, oh my god, like
You just
why?
assaulted me with your opinion.
I know.
Dude,
It's
you know what's my favorite comment from that drama that somebody actually said?
What?
Like
What's that?
Robin is a lesbian because her eye sockets are purple.
It's her makeup, her eye makeup. The little 3 dots underneath her eyes. It's the same colors of the lesbian flag.
Yeah, like dude, those are actually like 4chan levels. So
Hey,
like,
should I start a
degeneracy.
drama on Twitter? Post a picture of Firefly and be like, Firefly is the most breedable character in HSR. Change my mind.
Do it.
I will.
Oh yeah.
Do
Oh,
it.
you're gonna get like you're a lolly. You're a P. Can I say like I don't know like
No,
She's a
probably
lolly
not.
character?
Probably not. No, fuck no, she's not. She's petite. She
She's
doesn't.
small.
you can't.
She's small,
cannot-
but she's not fucking.
You need to explain that to Twitter.
I don't give a
If
fuck
She's
about
like
Twitter.
my height. Am I a lolly?
No. If a character
Yes,
is
Gemmy,
flat
you're
and
a lolly,
short,
that's
it's
fine.
automatically a lolly.
Yeah, you're
It
magically a
doesn't
lolly.
matter.
It's
Yeah,
so
if,
stupid.
like,
There we
I
go.
don't feel safe anymore.
Jimmy's like, oh my god. Oh, yeah. forbid everyone have different opinions, but ignoring the whole Robin blow up, that shit was absolutely stupid. I mean, let's just be
was
real.
hilarious.
It was
I was
hilarious, but
laughing the whole time.
fuck, it
It's
was
great.
stupid.
Secto really killed it there. Secto really killed it, but he made a good point. That's the thing. He made a valid point that like everyone should be able to say what they want to say without feeling judged because they have their own opinion or attacked. It's like it's a fake character. It's an anime character. It's not real.
Mm-hmm.
You
Like-
wish upon death on people who are real over a non-real person.
It's fucking
Like, they're-
stupid. It's asinine.
By their logic, I should actually fear like endangered species because I'm a straight white male
Yeah,
with a
same.
religion.
Same. But 2.2 is looking pretty hype in my opinion. We got Robin and Boot Hill. I know one of us here is a massive Boot Hill simp. They want to suckle on some fucking on Boot Hill's boots.
Oh boy.
Don't know who that one is.
Yeah, I don't really
know.
I don't really
And
have
then-
much to weigh in on this conversation. It's gonna be mostly you guys because after Acheron, I don't really care about pulling any character ever anymore. So
Oh, we'll talk about
Yeah,
some
that's
too.
Agreed.
I'm
because
That's
like it's
fine.
not even like meta stuff. It's just like
You just don't care.
I'm like, you know, I'm a Virgil lover. So when I see female characters that uses, you know, adachis, kadachis, and just katanas in general, usually I don't get interested in many other characters. Like maybe I'll get Fu Xuan since I missed out on her, but yeah, I'll probably just like talk about story stuff. But I
Yeah.
don't care about characters in HSR.
Completely valid. I have a really
Valid.
good friend who same thing is katana character. He's like, okay, swipe. All right, I'm done. Bye.
Yeah.
So with me,
No,
it's
he's
like
not
I'm
Or
skipping.
Gundams.
I'm skipping the banners.
Or Gundams.
Mm. So I'm
No, he's
skipping
just
both of these
motivated.
banners. I'm going all in Firefly. All in. Everything for Firefly.
Now, why
I
is
don't
that?
give a Oh, because I am completely infatuated with Firefly.
No, because you
dead
said she's
ass.
breedable. I mean,
Oh, yeah, I
what do you
mean,
wanna do with
duh.
her?
I would do it, and what wouldn't I do? The point is,
Boot Hill is a JoJo. I have to have him. He's JoJo.
he's
Okay.
literally a JoJo
He's
character.
one of the originals. Yeah. No,
But,
he's actually voiced by Jonathan.
Oh shit, that's dope. That is dope.
Yeah.
Wait, Boot Hill?
Boot Hill, yeah.
Yeah.
Same with Noctis. They have the same voice actor. JP, not English. JP, sorry.
Okay, I was gonna say like I don't
JP, no.
know. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
That's
I'm
like
gonna.
how Yin Yang, the lion dancer in Wuwa has the same voice actor in Japanese for Tanjiro.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Tengen in Demon Slayer is Boot Hill and Noctis.
I'm gonna just piss off a mimic.
Okay.
I think my Firefly is boring.
Okay. Shut the fuck up. Get out of here. No one likes you.
If she's
Shut the
boring,
fuck up.
like,
Hold
I
on,
don't know-
why though? Why?
Yeah,
Why is she boring?
I'm
But
just
she's
like-
Common Rider.
Let me say, you know, like when she originally died and everybody was crying. Meanwhile, I was like sitting there, it's like, yep, I was seen that like 1,000 times.
I mean,
Like,
true.
hold on.
She is a character
You
who
did that
died
to
in
yourself by
HS.
playing
Why-
HI3.
Yeah.
You did that
Why-
to yourself.
why did
Honkai
people
died
think
in
that she was
Honkai as
dead?
well, so,
You-
yeah.
you-
Wait,
I knew
genuinely,
she was
who here
alive. I
believes she
knew she was
actually died?
Sam. But the color
I-
scheme
Who
was the
here
exact
actually-
same.
Wait, genuinely, who here actually believes she died? Like, there's no way that people.
I want to know
genuinely,
that
like,
question too.
believe she died.
No.
I mean,
Who did the memory zone meme fight? Who actually did that?
Yeah,
What was
weird.
the mechanic that he does? He
Literally-
hits you and captures you.
For me,
Like more
it
than
was
just
the fucking
that.
palette.
Like, I think people completely missed the fact that we already got information that if you quote unquote die in a dream, the absolute worst that can happen if you don't wake up is you go into coma. For number one, we were literally in the dreamscape. Number two, bitch turned into fucking blue liquid, the dreamscape liquid. There is literally no possible way that people thought that she was genuinely dead.
People did.
The people just forget that Acheron just completely just fucks on your spinal cord with her sword, and you explode in a bunch of fucking rainbow paint. Like there is no way that people actually got debated by that shit. There was no way. You literally woke back up. Anyway.
You forget about it in the moment that you're in a dream sometimes.
But
Yeah.
the story, it looks like she's going to be working with the Astral Express. Now, there's a new boss coming out. I don't know if any of you noticed, but anyone else notice that new boss looks remarkably like Sunday?
Sunday and Robin.
And yeah, looks like a mix between the two. So
I'm okay with this.
that's something. That's fucking something.
I want Sparkle's bomb to be real.
Oh,
Dude,
I
just
fucking
finished
hope it is.
I literally finished the 2.2 story, this story, literally today because
The
I'm a
2.1,
lazy
yeah.
bastard.
Yeah, 2.2. Oh my god, I can't wait for it. It's gonna be dope. Gonna play that when PGR is updating.
There's gonna be like people like Firefly, and there's gonna be like people like Gem is gonna lick the boot.
I don't know what you're talking about.
She never admitted to anything. I only said I knew
said
someone. I never said who.
Gem is gonna be like when he like it's high noon.
My forehead is clean.
Yeah. So the story's looking remarkably good. I'm so happy that you know, they kind of left us with a cliffhanger. They definitely not even kind of, they did. They left us with a massive cliffhanger. And like I think everyone was over here just like, what the hell's going on? You know. And so like with me it's like
it really with HSR it was really a major cliffhanger, but it was one of those like you can kind of guess the things. Like look, Sunday and Robin, same thing happened to them, but we know what the memory zone meme does. And then it was like, how did not Robin, Firefly get out of the memory zone meme situation? How did they get freed? And it's like then Acheron and Adventurine.
Yep.
Like it's all gonna tie together, and we find out in a couple days.
Mm-hmm.
Unless the main writer decides to like kill them off, because you know who's actually the main writer who actually writes the entire Penacony.
Yeah, the same guy who did HI3.
No. There's multiple writers. There's actually this writer is specialized in like, you like that character. Oh yeah, I'm gonna kill it. It's actually very notorious
Game of
in
Thrones
the company.
They did that a lot in Honkai.
Wait, is it
so many characters
wait.
dead constantly? My heart cannot take it no more.
You make it sound like it's a Spike Chunsoft writer. Did they get somebody from Danganronpa to write Penacony or what?
No. There's like one writer that actually got famous because there was actually like in HF3 there was actually like a time pass, and what he decided to do is just kill the entire cast of that one. And he was actually, the irony is that one of those characters that was actually, it's currently the most popular characters. He simped for her, but he like, it's literally, the higher up said, if you don't kill that character, you're gonna get fired. So he killed and he cried.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm pretty sure that specific writer has a bounty on his head. Just keep it a buck with you guys. I think he has a fucking bounty on his head. Because he has killed a lot of people's favorite characters. A lot.
Like, you should notice that, like, in, like, Pentagon, there's lots of this. But, like, in, like, previous, like, in, like, what was Jarvo 6 and the, like, in the transport company, there wasn't many deaths. But over here, like, he killed characters again, killed left and right. And I exactly know who's right in it. So, that's why I actually didn't get affected, because I know who writes this shit.
Yeah.
I have a question for y'all.
Yeah.
So in the White Knight music video, it was shown that Himiko was actually gonna get stabbed. Do y'all think that she's actually gonna get stabbed this upcoming update 2.2 or 2.3?
Isn't it stated in the lore that Welt came over to protect Himiko or something like that? So perhaps
No,
it was
not really to protect Himiko. It was to come and be a protector for this alternate reality, basically.
So far, everything that's
it's just general status of like Himiko dying, because like in every Mihoyo property, Himiko is the teacher or the mom that actually just sacrificed herself. It's as a average as a like average Himiko supporter, I know that day is gonna come one day or another. Like, but that what they are hearing, that's just rumors because like that's actually like up to this point it's a meme because like they killed like Himiko so many times that if you're a fan of her, you have to expect that she's gonna die eventually.
Oh, yeah.
Sooner or later.
So when they're gonna kill
100%.
Diluc
But,
and Genshin, because that's basically male Himiko.
No, that's different.
No.
No, that's different because
Himiko has already died in Genshin.
yeah.
Wait, what?
If you've read the comics, she's already dead. She
She's dead.
is hinted and not hinted at the same time as being one of his ancestors.
Mm.
But yeah, the red hair was a symbol of slavery in Genshin.
Oh, her. Okay, I remember now. Yeah, she's dead. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, you
Okay.
talking about Vanessa?
Yes, I think so.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah, I don't think that was Himiko.
I don't either, but
The
fucking same.
supposedly nothing has been
'Cause-
confirmed. Everything
'cause-
is supposed.
Because Vanessa, she had dark skin, not dark skin, but like tan skin. Did she not?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Isn't she from? Yeah, isn't she like not from? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be
We
real.
know. No.
I'm pretty sure
So-
Murata is Pyro Archon, to be honest.
Wow. Huh?
Could be.
I think we're talking about two different things.
Oh, are we? Oh, never mind. I thought we were
Yeah.
talking about
There's a
Genshin.
comic about the history of Mondstadt. And there was a woman there who became friends with Venti, who looks exactly like
Oh no, I know what you're
Himiko.
talking about. Yeah, no, she doesn't look
And then
like
she-
Himiko. She's got tan skin, and red hair, and orange eyes.
And
Himiko has orange eyes and red hair.
The red
point-
hair.
You talking about? Yeah, I know it's the red hair, but like she doesn't look like Himiko. She just has like the same color hair. You talking about the freedom fighter, the Lion Knight or whatever. You know, the person that freed Mondstadt slaves and shit, right?
Isn't that
I think so. The one who became the Hawk God?
before Jean?
We got
talking
way
Genshin?
off. We got way
We
off.
got way
off.
off.
Oh, yeah,
way
yeah,
off
Yo,
track.
I
so
was gonna
on to
actually ask you
Kasumi's
because I've
original
lost. Like,
topic.
Huda!
On to Kasumi's original topic. That was my
Wow,
fault.
what?
I derailed that shit.
Dude, it's just like Mikoya stuff. Everything's connected. Welcome to
So-
Mikoya world. Like
Yes,
every,
yes.
every
On to
conversation
Kasumi's
nowadays is gonna,
original
like, get
question:
defaulted to
do we
Mikoya.
think Himiko's going to die?
No,
All right, so
not yet.
you know, I think Himiko is gonna be safe as long as Kiana doesn't get introduced into HSR. As
Yeah,
soon as we see
exactly.
Kiana in
Yeah.
HSR,
Yeah.
yeah, then we can be afraid for Himiko. But right now, she's safe.
Yeah.
Kokoli
I
is
was-
the only one who officially dies in every single Hoyo game then.
Real quick
Yeah.
before we continue, is hey chat, if you guys think of anything to talk about, put in chat and we'll start talking about it. So we have like something, but say something you guys want to talk about. It doesn't matter what game or anything, or just life in general. Like
Mhm.
I don't know, but anyway, continue with what we were talking about. Again, shit, I have no clue.
Yeah.
I used
don't.
to be very into Genshin, so
Same.
Yeah, same. I know a bunch
I
of
was-
shit about it.
I'm on Genshin ride since like the day one. I don't like that game, even though I'm actually like the one that actually goes around every game, like HSR, HI3, and Triple Z. I avoid Genshin like a plague. I don't even call it Genshin because I don't like.
Genshin.
No, at least I'm polite. I'm calling Genshin, not Genshin. Genshin.
I call it Genshin.
I do too.
Okay.
I call it Genshin as well.
Saying Jester, saying Jester, this podcast is not about tacos and how they fill time and space in the universe, okay? It isn't. Long time saying how you been.
Anyway.
Are there tacos in HSR?
Anyway,
Oh god. Anyway, the 2.2 is looking it's looking pretty spicy. It's looking pretty spicy. To be I saw that, Jemmy.
What?
Your eye
I
winked.
didn't do anything. I didn't do anything.
Wait, who wrote about tacos? It's like one of my dumbass wouldn't be actually surprised.
Okay, so 2.2 is looking really good. I'm skipping the characters even though Robin is going to be fucking god, basically. Like literally
Oh, yeah.
god. She's a god tier
Yeah.
support.
I skip.
I'm skipping too. But she's
I need my punching bag. I miss a
Mm.
punching bag. Sparkle.
I definitely know that you're not skipping, right? I definitely know that, Kasumi. Definitely not skipping. I know you aren't. But I'm skipping because I need Firefly. But otherwise, imagine, right? Because like the only bad part is the fact that, you know, she's going to be singing the same song over and over for how many ever turns back to back. That's the worst part of her kit. In my opinion.
The remix song.
What, you're not converting to Church of Robin?
No, I'm
You
Church of
heretic.
Firefly. I am the leader of the Church of Firefly.
Uh-huh.
I just saw flat, sloppy, wet tacos.
What the
I
fuck?
goddamn it, Reaper. Reaper. I know it was fucking Reaper.
No. Well, yes, it was. No, it was someone else. It was saying. It's one of my chatters from back when I used to stream all the time. Yeah.
I don't know what he used to get up to.
Anyway, I don't know
I
what we're
just pulled
talking
up
about.
your
Since
stream
chat wants
talking
to
to see
about
what they're
all right,
saying, and,
since
Okay,
chat
that's
is
the first
what
thing I
else?
see.
since Chad is talking about tacos,
You killed Jemmy, chat. What the
we're
fuck
going
were
to
you
talk about
thinking?
tacos. Why not? Why not?
Sorry,
Right.
I'm sorry.
Speaking of
That was
food,
so funny.
anyone
What is-
else feel bad for spending all of their budget on all of Firefly's budget?
No,
I did.
I didn't
I-
hesitate.
I never had a Firefly budget.
Firefly didn't have a.
I'm waiting
When
for
you went
the
with her in the
dream
story.
nihility one that comes next.
Oh, that's gonna be good.
Well, I mean, Dream Nihility.
Supposedly heals, debuffs, AoE defense shred, and does something else. Not Jade. Jade is an elation.
But what was
I'm so
really
excited for
crazy,
Jade.
what was really crazy, I thought for the trailer anyway for 2.2, is as we saw, like, you know, like all of a sudden these like rooms are slotting back. So it seems like when Shu and Harps and I were all talking about the prison, right? It seems like they're definitely fucking gonna go back into the prison theme. Like, because Penacony is the dream, but like, seems like they're bringing
but it's made from a prison.
seems like something's gonna go on in the prison. So maybe we'll see the IRL, like not Dreamscape Penacony, maybe.
I hope Sparkle's bomb is into prison.
That would be entertaining,
Yo,
to be
same.
honest. I
what's
need
interesting?
I wanna
them to
see
do
more
something for
Sparkle.
Sparkle.
It is there. It is
I
there.
want to see more Sparkle. I really
Yeah.
But Adventuring knew it wouldn't work. That's why he didn't take it.
Probably,
I
to be
don't
honest.
know, man. Mask fools. I mean, what would be the ultimate joke of having you know, oh, it's just a fool. This doesn't work. It's just a dud button. Next thing you know, she ends up pressing that button. Motherfuckers go up in smoke. That would
And
be
confetti.
so
Yes.
funny.
And confetti.
Oh my god, that'd be
Hold
crazy.
up, I gotta be right back real quick.
That would be crazy. But yeah, so I'm stoked for 2.2. I'm definitely stoked for 2.2. Personally myself. Anyone have any thoughts about it?
For me,
I
the
have
patch is
one
gonna
more
be
thing.
mid.
You think it's gonna be mid?
Why do you think it's going to be mid?
Except for like story, which I do like at last possible minute, there's nothing that actually attracts me. The banners are not like attractive. The reruns are like, nah, bro, I'm gonna just wait. The events are okay. I just tied them into last minute. And is there like any new like gear coming up?
I don't know.
Wait, who's coming up?
Is there no like new pieces of gear that's coming up?
Most
Like SU or something.
likely
The
not.
following one, probably.
They do
Not-
it every other patch, don't they? Every other patch they introduce new gear. So 2.2, if they do I didn't see any new gear being introduced in the live stream.
No, it's going to be on 2.3.
On the live
Yeah.
stream.
2.3. Yeah. Because that 2.2 ends this kind of story arc, then 2.3 is the start of it.
Mhm.
So they'll have to add in a little bit more extras
Yeah.
for seasoning. God damn it. Now saying you got me talking.
It seems like we're getting very off topic and we might need to end the podcast.
Have we had a topic
Nah,
this whole
this is
time? We've been
fun.
having a good time.
It's been a yap
All that
fest.
matters.
It was a yap fest.
Well, I mean, the Yap Fest, we had a good time yapping. We're actually now the characters that people are forced to watch us. Now they have the subtitles. They have to like press the skip button and then complain that there's no skip button.
I will
Not
say, how do
Fat
y'all
Fest.
feel about Jing Yuan coming back?
Oh yeah, Jing Yuan and Dong Hong. That shit was crazy. That was crazy.
Han.
Oh, Jing Yuan and Imbibitor in that one picture.
Yeah, dude, that shit looked good.
C3ing Don Hun now feels worth it.
Does it really? Does it really?
Yes.
Is Dong Hong Boot Hill?
I can take both.
I have
That'll
so
work.
many ideas now.
That'll
I
work.
cannot say illegally here.
There's a reason why I have this toggle.
Here's a topic. Who's the hottest shit there in HSR? I'm not into Scatman, sorry.
No one here is probably. Is Robin lesbian? Are we? Do you really want us to bring up the Robin drama? Do you really?
Yes.
We can talk about
Why
it.
not?
We might as well. It is HSR.
It's part of HSR.
Yo.
It's part of 2.1.2. It's still on
Okay, yeah,
topic.
we'll
Why not?
consider it 2.2 content. So Twitter's fucking retarded. There's my opinion. But they made it so easy to clown on themselves. Tectone definitely took a W with that one, in my opinion.
Oh, he just like slipped it in and just took like a win, man. It was an easy win. Who couldn't actually? Nobody could actually fuck up that one. Dude, like the amount of like degeneracy and unhinged, and like the far left, like how like they think, and then like you cannot switch their opinion about it, and then if you're not aligned with them, it's like you're this big of a list of like insults that actually just slapped into your face.
Yeah, that was interesting.
It's like this is my fan fiction, and this is actually what Miho did said because I said so. And if you disagree, well, you're a Nazi, you're a pedo, you're this, you're that, you're this, you're that, and you cannot change my mind because I'm right, you're wrong.
Shows you how toxic the shipping community is.
It's
boy.
genuinely terrifying. Yo, it's okay though because I'll just ship Firefly with myself from HSR, and that's about it for HSR. And
They're gonna be mad.
Oh, I don't give a
They're gonna
fuck.
be mad about that.
Do it.
Dude, come to my house, see what
Do it.
happens.
Just do it.
Sam
Like,
just talks all deep in your ear and gets you aroused, and then pops out Fireflies
I already
to
did
calm
that for
you down.
Liv. Did you not see it,
Next
Harps?
thing you know, bang, 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 bang.
Did you not see what happened with the Liv video? I made the Liv Coomer video. I got called a schizophrenic for that one. They were just like, it's 7 minutes of schizo ranting about wanting to fuck Liv.
We still haven't talked about everyone's favorite tacos.
Yeah.
Chat wanted to talk about that. So
Tacos?
mine are
I
just I just like
Starters,
tacos.
I do like a lot of sour cream.
This can go sideways with this comment.
I'm not gonna say
While dripping.
My favorite kind of taco is between legs.
But no joke, I actually can't have tacos. They usually have tons of meat in them, and I'm actually allergic to meat, unfortunately.
Oh,
I am medically forced to be a vegetarian, and I hate it.
No.
Yeah.
But you would give everything that you can eat meat, right?
I would love steak. Put a piece of meat in my mouth.
All right,
God.
I'm back.
What terrible timing. First thing you hear is I like to put a piece of meat in my mouth.
Well, Daddy's back.
Oh, I didn't even hear anything.
But if I eat a steak, I have to go to the ER.
Oh god, that
My
would be
organs
terrible.
will literally start shutting down in my body. It's ridiculous.
That
I actually
that's
had to
a lot.
have surgery recently because of it.
Holy shit.
I gave in and I ate some steak and I almost died.
Yeah, don't do
It was
that,
worth
Jeremy.
it.
Yeah, don't die on us. We like you. We want
It
to
was
keep you
worth
around.
it. It was worth
No,
it.
all right, for real, for real. Does anyone have something they really want to talk about or want to speak up about or
Yeah.
whatever it may be? Doesn't matter what it is, could be anything, and just have a quick conversation about it.
Okay.
Because we're reaching the 2 hour mark, so I mean,
Yeah, something to wrap it up with. A nice final
Mhm.
topic.
Yeah.
Never mind. The topic I wanted to bring up isn't really a wrap it up topic, so
We can still talk about it then,
Go
and then
for
do
it.
another
Yeah,
one.
we can talk about what yeah.
so basically, I remember I was having this conversation a couple days ago, and the first time I had this conversation was around when the Arlecchino patch came out, and I was actually talking about how like the bosses and the characters that
This
they're
topic.
releasing is starting to become more and more advanced with their mechanics and such. You know, if we look at Clarand and Arlecchino's kit, obviously they're a lot more mechanically taxing, along with like a Farina rotation. But you know, with the Arlecchino boss that they released, you know, she's got a lot of health. Obviously, she's a damage sponge, obviously, but she has a lot of attacks that can like essentially one shot around 35 to 40k HP. You know, I run a 41k HP Zhongli, and you know, she has a couple skills that can one shot his shield. She's got a lot of really good and cool mechanics that can be rather challenging for people that aren't like super built or you know don't have like specific characters. And you know, I was talking about how there is a possibility that Genshin Impact, MiHoYo might go down the path of Honkai Impact Third Combat, and if they release more advanced bosses and they release more specific mechanics for said bosses, and they keep on releasing characters that are even more technically advanced than Arlecchino, more technically advanced in Clan with building up your bond of life, and then you know decreasing the damage the more you have, and then you switch modes via a skill and then you do more damage afterward. I feel like if they keep releasing characters and bosses like that, I really do feel like that might end up hurting Wuthering Waves in the long run. And I wanted to know you guys' opinion on it. Do you believe that if MiHoYo goes down the Honkai Impact third path, makes these extremely flashy, technical characters with you know more technical bosses that has more mechanics than the Arlecchino boss fight in this patch, do you genuinely think that it will end up hurting Wuthering Waves really bad, or do you think it won't affect Wuthering Waves?
no,
I don't know
in
if
my
it
opinion,
would
it won't
affect Wuthering
because
Waves.
it's
No.
Wuthering Waves is going to be
Uh,
entity because there's no point. Like what you're saying makes sense. They have to go that route if they want to compete with it. But it's like the same thing how people are saying Wuthering Waves is the Genshin killer. They're not going to kill it, and they're also not going to kill Wuthering Waves. They're going to just compete against each other. I mean, Tower of Fantasy is still a thing, and like it's such a crappy coded dog shit game that would be good if they knew how to like control their butt. Yeah, never mind. But yes,
uh,
Coloran is my final factor for Genshin.
Mm,
I've seen what she does, and
mhm,
that has brought the interest back.
mhm,
I didn't want Arlecchino. I think she's cool. I think her mechanics are very different and interesting and refreshing for Genshin. She just didn't interest me in gameplay wise. So that was kind of But Clorand may bring me back. That it may be my breaking point right there if Clorand doesn't have that
yeah.
high combat style that Wuthering Waves is gonna give me, then I don't know if my interest is gonna be kept there. Despite how wonderfully beautiful she is and how strong her buttons are, it won't keep me.
From what we've seen,
I
I think she's got a lot of DMC3 Dante and Virgil inspiration with her
Mhm.
kit.
Mhm.
I think that's a really good
I've
thing.
seen, and that's what made me go, okay, I'm coming back and I'm fully prepared. I have artifact set ready to go. I have all her books to triple crown her day one.
Okay.
So I am prepared for her. That's why I've been playing Genshin at night a lot more. So that way, that's my downtime. I'm just doing it lazy now instead of doing it how I used to, which made it a lot easier for me to keep playing Genshin. But Clorian is definitely going to be my final factor. If she's just more brain dead like Al Hatham and Nikita is, then I don't know. I mean,
Um,
Alhaitham has a little bit of planning for the plunge, but that's about it. I just eat, and then sit there and watch everything die.
yeah, so I don't think it would personally myself either. Simply due to the fact that even if they add more mechanically taxing bosses, you can delete that shit in seconds with Hyperbloom. And this comes down to choice. But I feel like most Genshin players are, the hardcore ones that want difficult combat are gonna go to Wuthering Waves. And they'll play Genshin as a casual game.
Oh.
And then they're just gonna delete that shit with Hyperbloom. And then just go about their day. They're just gonna be, yeah. That's my opinion on it.
I just want to say, like, compared to like HF3, kind of characters getting flashier and flashier. It's not like they're competing against like Wuthering Waves. They're what actually would call it. They actually slowly just stabbing themselves in the knee, because like if they're gonna keep introducing like more and more flashier, that's gonna be the new standard, and the players are gonna expect the new standard. And then like if they go that route and then they release something simpleton like a Dea, people are gonna complain, what the hell is this shit? How is she so simple? You have like these characters that have like pulling, I don't know, like Bozoku out of their asses, and then you release this character that just does like a unga bunga thing. Where you're going with it, you have to be delicate with that balance of like flashiness if they're going to pursue the flashiness and the difficulty up, because that's what happened to HF3. It came up to a point where they hit the mechanically and with the like game design to a brick wall where they had to like completely soft reset the entire game, and we have like that distant feeling that you're not playing the same game anymore because the fundamentals have been changed only because you want to go with the flashiness of it.
Okay. I think there might be a little bit of a misunderstanding. So I'm not saying that if they do this, will they be purposely hurting Wuthering Waves? I'm talking about the player bases themselves, right? Because and clearly, as we see in Genshin Impact, the world is massive. I think we can all agree that Genshin Impact's world probably has a bigger map than Red Dead Redemption 2. Obviously, has a bigger map than GTA. It has like this massive map that you can explore for free. And, with this massive map and with all of the money that they have, if they do decide to go, to one of their first successful routes of making the combat flashier, like, say, for example, I raise you this mimic, say, for example, they increase, an even more, they either nerf Hyperbloom or introduce an even more damage spongy boss, end up adding something like counters and parries and stuff like that. They
That would
add,
be fantastic. Oh
different
god.
modes and stuff like that for characters, like mode switches that allows them to perform all these crazy things. And while I do understand where Sakurama's coming from, because I do believe that power creep is a major problem, at the end of the day, I can't expect absolute perfection. We can't expect too much from gotcha companies because, obviously they are going to do things to make them the most money at the end of the day. And eventually, obviously, something that PGR does that I think, is actually something that I think all games could benefit from is they do have leaps. Eventually, there are going to be characters that are going to be left behind in the dust, whether it's their favorite or not. Because at the end of the day, they're going to have to bring out something new. We can't stay at the same bar forever. They're going to have to bring out something new eventually. And so, like I was reading in chat, somebody was like, "Oh, I can't really tell the difference between Arlecchino and Hu Tao and stuff like that." That one thing of Bond of Life increasing that damage is already something that's big for a lot of people. That one thing that where they don't have to rely on spamming heavies and they can just use normal attacks and stuff like that, and then switch out or pop their ultimate for an insta heal and then immediately go back into building stacks. That's already something that would be big for people. So what I'm saying is, let me rephrase it. Do you think that if they go down the flashier route, they do all these things and they make the combat even more engaging, right? And they make the combat, HI3 levels of characters. Do you think that it would hurt Wuthering Waves in a way where people that left left Genshin to begin with for Wuthering Waves comes back to Genshin? Do you think that it would hurt Wuthering Waves real bad by dragging their lost community back to their game?
I don't think so, because a lot of
No.
gotcha players are
No.
like, I'm going to play both.
Yeah.
because both now appeal to me. Once I'm done with doing what I need to do in Wuthering Waves or Genshin, I go to the other, which is what I already do with my gacha games. I play like 7 gacha games a day.
Because they're going to reach the
Yeah,
end game, and they'll reach the end game in Wuthering Waves, right? Where they're all they'll have to do left is dailies. They're in the end game in Genshin, so they're just going to go do both. But then it's just whatever their mood is.
While I do agree, there are people like that I know personally, you know, because obviously there's going to be a split. There are going to be people who be like, oh yeah, I can play a million gacha games a day. But there are some people that are like, yeah, I want to keep my limit of gacha games, like 3, maybe 4 gacha games
Yeah.
a day. And, you know, they might end up dropping Wuthering Waves over Genshin because it is, you know, an open world gacha. And they may be like, okay, well, I currently find this more interesting. I'm going to invest more time into this than into this other game, you know, because not everybody will want to, you know, be on that, you know, train of I'll play a billion gacha games an hour, where there's some people that are just like, I just kind of want to focus on 2 or 1 or 3. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm that type
No, that makes
of
a lot
guy.
of sense.
Yeah, for me, it's just like, obviously, this comes down to preference at that point. You know, some people might prefer the story and Wuthering Waves and stay for Wuthering Waves. Some people might prefer Genshin, stay for Genshin. Like, for me, if you gave me a choice, like, I'm going to stick with Wuthering Waves, PGR, and HSR. And why would I go to another game? So it comes down to preference, I feel like. In my opinion, I think it comes down to what game do you prefer? Do you prefer Genshin? Then you're going to go to Genshin. If you're going to go to PGR, then you're going to go to PGR, you know, HSR for HSR, you know, it depends.
I think it also depends on the timing, because initial release of Wuthering Waves 1.0 can be drastically different 2.0. So
Does
it's
anyone else
Probably
have
definitely
anything
going
to
to see a
say about
fluctuation
this
of
topic?
them if Genshin improve. Huh?
Does anyone else have anything to say about the topic at hand? Because I was going to ask one quick question, and then we could call it, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh.
But it looks like Jamie
I
has
was just
something
gonna
to add.
say, like, gacha games, they fluctuate a lot based off of what patches are going on. So I think it's to be
True.
expected if Genshin has some new thing that is just, I don't want to say refreshing again, but it's like it's a brand new thing to Genshin that makes people go, oh, I want to see what that does, and they come back. Wuthering Waves may see less people logging in because Genshin has that. But then Genshin has a dead patch, and then you see more people in Wuthering Waves because
Yep.
they're like, I don't know what else to do in Genshin because I've already done everything I wanted. Or I'm just here for story. There's no new story yet, so I'm going to go back to Wuthering Waves. So there are people who do want just the lore, just the story from Genshin, which I'm interested to see how it ends. I just don't want Paimon repeating what I just read to me over and over and over.
Thank
I hear that
you,
the story's
Jemmy.
finished. I hear that the story's already done. Like they're now they're just gonna be like really. I hear that it's been done for a while actually.
Yeah, they've written it out. It's just, putting it in the game and applying it and how to set it, because it's a whole it's like making a movie. You have to try to reach your players, the readers, the people who are trying to pay attention to the story, not the ones who are going skip, 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 skip.
Yeah, I think another superpower that Genshin has over a lot of other games is a lot of people sometimes they underestimate the power of nostalgia. So if they do end up creating something new, they may just get a wave of players that come back for the nostalgia aspect of just Teyvat in general. And you know, it's going to be a
Mhm.
while till Wuthering Waves has the power of nostalgia. And sure, people could argue, oh, you know, it'll remind them of PGR a little bit. You know, it's a different game, and then when it comes to Genshin Impact, it's the same game, but with different stuff in it. So I really do feel like,
It's
you know,
like
that nostalgia factor might help them.
Wuthering Waves is the honeymoon stage, whereas Genshin is we've been married for 50 years. My God, that kind of feeling.
Yep. That's a good comparison.
I can give like one note, like Mihoyo can create this and that, but Kuro Games can design a redhead and they can do it very well.
True.
Yeah. They don't fuck
Vera.
around with redheads, man.
I'm
like,
gonna be real. If I
want
wanted tied up, Yinlin would be my first choice. I don't,
Back
but
off.
if I
Hmm.
did,
So
Yeah.
I'd rather do the
Yeah,
tying
well,
up, to be honest. But you know, if I wanted tied up, Yinlin would be my first choice.
No, like
Tip
Kuro
on my
Games, like
throat.
here's the joke. You Kuro Games is like, see Vera, see how everybody barks for her. Let me do it again.
It's because Vera's fucking popular as fuck. It's like all these Vera dogs. Oh my god, it's so fucking fun. I know.
I'm a local
I
Vera
just like
chair.
I
I'm
like
sorry.
crazy unstable people. That's all. I just like crazy unstable people.
It's
But
okay.
with that being said, I think we should close off on a pretty quick question that everyone can answer.
Yeah.
Blood Vixen, if you had to play one gacha game for the rest of your life, what one would you pick and why?
I got my answer.
Who wants to go first?
Are there like any other stipulations?
Nope, that's
Like,
it.
No, just that's the question.
Okay. So it's just okay. So all right. So I got two answers. One, my first answer obviously is Genshin because it has longevity. It doesn't seem like it'll die anytime soon. And you know, it's got a lot of things that I do enjoy. And while sure the story can be repetitive sometimes, and sure the combat can eventually get boring, you know, I can't really like see myself playing any other gacha game for as long periods of time as I did with Genshin. And so after Wuthering Waves, if I end up liking Wuthering Waves, my number one gacha will inevitably end up being Wuthering Waves, and I'd be playing that forever, basically. So that's my answer. Genshin in the present, Wuthering Waves if it's good in the future.
Good answer. I feel like I know Kazuki's answer, but you want to go next?
who me?
Yes.
Yeah, just PGR. Like I said, like it dies, it's over.
Probably smart.
Fair
Gotch
enough.
in my gotchas need to disappear. They're a plague. It's such a huge problem. They need to go.
Bro's an addicted
Okay.
whale. Kasumi?
So I'm kind of in the same boat as Regashu, but in a different sense. So recently there's a gacha called Persona 5X, and I'm a huge Persona fan. So
Yes.
in my limelight, if Wuthering Waves doesn't do that good, I'm just jumping ship to that game.
Yep.
If Wuthering Waves does do good, I'm staying over there for the long run.
Yeah.
All right. Yo, Sakurama, you want to go next?
Mine would be PGR, but it doesn't have enough.
Okay, mine is gonna be like a bit controversial. I don't have. If I have one gacha to play, I wouldn't actually play the game. Here's my reasoning. For my reason to play a gacha game, you have to have three good pillars. You have to have a good story. No, like two of the. I wouldn't say three pillars, but two of the three you have to be good. You have to have a good story, good game mechanics, and a good redhead. If you don't have like two out of three, I'm sorry, I'm not playing your.
So he's
game.
anyway.
End
He's
of story.
talking about PGR. Anyway, next question.
No, I'm not playing PGR. I would actually drop PGR.
Gemm-EEE.
It's just like I'm playing PGR because like
Yo,
it actually
I
just
actually got a video
Yo.
for both of you and Sakura and Jim. I got a video for both of y'all with
Okay.
Vera. With Vera here, let me.
You can
The
send it to
last
me,
babble
too.
we had, I soloed.
Oh, I've already
Mimic,
seen
you've already
that.
watched it.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Where
I
you at?
soloed the Alpha of Babel stage with her. Hold
Yeah.
on.
All right, Gemm-EEE.
I I actually do not know. I thought about it and like Genshin had been like my life because of COVID. I was immune compromised. I couldn't do anything else. It was PSO2 and Genshin. And PSO2 is dead. Thank you, New Genesis. Anyways, but Genshin was basically my life for a long time, and I'm just now going, okay, this is kind of getting toxic with how my relationship is with Genshin. It feels like a chore. It feels like I'm forcing myself to play every time I log in, and I don't like that. But I can't imagine cutting it out. That's why I say it's like a toxic relationship. I can't imagine not having it, but it's so mentally draining at the same time.
Yep.
Then I fall in love with HSR, which gives me Pokemon nostalgia because turn-based game. My first one was Pokemon on Game Boy, and it was so much fun. That's what I did in the car rides. And then Wuthering Waves is just like, it has the Genshin and has the PGR stuff that I want put together in one game, which makes me very excited. So if I get to play that for the rest of my life with two things that I truly enjoy, that would also be fantastic. There's so many good options for me that I don't have an actual answer. I can't imagine playing PGR for the rest of my life, though. There's not a whole lot to do after a while in it once you've done everything. Whereas Genshin, you can keep going. If you truly want to, you can keep going, keep farming, keep going all over the place, trying to build your characters, but then that's the only thing you're doing, which is also annoying. So it's like there's so many bads and so many positives that I have no idea. Honestly, if they told me I only had to play one gacha game for the rest of my life, I just wouldn't play. Because it would not end out well.
What's the point of the ultimatum then?
There's no ultimatum for me. Sorry, I'm starting to lose my voice.
It's okay if there's no ultimatum. It's just point being, like, it's like if you're stuck with one, that's the question.
You're stuck
I
with
guess.
one, but
Some people
if
are just
I
stuck
can't
with one.
choose multiple, then I don't want to be feeling like this game is a chore now because it's the only game I can play. I don't like the limited options.
With a question like that, with any game, it'll eventually feel like a chore if you're playing one game for the rest of your life. So,
That's why like PGR is maybe like an hour long when I stream. I play other games throughout the day, like Relink. Relink has been my addiction. I've been playing dating sims. I like the Bunny Girl Garden game has been really fun and very sus. But
I mean, what?
But playing so many different games makes it enjoyable for me later on. I do not have an answer just because I'm a game addict who wants to play so many different games.
So was that everyone?
No, you and I have to go. You want to go next?
Oh,
And
yeah,
then I'll wrap
sure.
it up.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Wait.
Okay, ready?
Do I have
1,
hands
2,
for that?
3, go.
What? What? No. What? Wait. Hey.
Okay. I think as host, Mimic should go last.
I'll just go.
Just
okay,
go.
hold on.
Yeah, just go.
Well, yeah, because I'm not last. It's technically I'm in hosting now, but yes, okay, yeah, I'll go. I would honestly have to say Wuwa from what I've seen, and I know the game's going to keep growing because it's the game that's going to have the most longevity, and PGR does have success even how it's not even well known. Like I just looked at the Punisher Grey Raven category to see who I should raid because I don't know if you're going back live, Mimic, and there's only one person. It's like, what? That's a thing?
Yep.
Oh yeah, PGR. PGR
yeah,
category
so
is dead.
I would
Thank
go
you,
with
Honging Patch.
Wuthering Waves.
This is PGR in
that's me.
general.
That's
Because
PGR in
I'm
general.
Because
Crimson Weave was like the skyrocket for a while before.
Yeah, I think Kuro's intention with PGR, with how they designed it, is like with Jim, with how you pointed out, it's like 30 minutes to an hour, and then you're just done with the game. I think that was kind of the point because they don't want you to just have to spend your entire life on it just to be able to keep up. They want you to come in, do the things that you want, like do the things you enjoy, and then you have all this free time to go do other things in your life. That's actually one of the aspects about it that I really appreciate.
Yep.
Like I used to play FGO. Let me tell you, that game was your life, even if you worked full time.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck that. I guess since it's my turn finally, right? I guess I have to actually come up with an answer. So with me,
full circle.
As of right now, it would be PGR. Pay no attention to the live body pillow in the background. Totally doesn't have anything to do. I mean, what? Anyway, It has everything to do with it. But I did see leaks, something that they might add like a Liv or Luna style character in Wuthering Waves. So I mean, if they do that, Wuthering Waves. If Wuthering Waves lives up and is like super super good, then it's gonna be Wua. But otherwise, I'd stick with PGR, to be honest. With that Firefly body pillow? Oh yeah, it's in the mail. You think I don't have that? Of course I do. I also have a Luna one in the mail. I have an addiction. I need help.
It's okay.
Everybody has an addiction. You have like addiction to white hairs. I have addiction to big boba redheads. You can ask anyone who's actually there.
But
Yeah,
I think that's a great place to. Yeah, we don't talk
Yeah.
about my addiction to the mermaid. Not you, Jemmy. I'm talking about
It's
Lamia.
okay. Well, let's spread some positivity to a different person. Are you going back live, Mimic?
I would like to if my internet wasn't
try to
being
get
fucking
back live.
retarded.
Press the live button, and
Let's see
I'll
what
just drop
happens.
the chat back to your way. See what happens. Yeah.
My internet already
'Cause that
started
makes
up
more
dead.
sense. I don't.
It already started
I don't
up
know
dead,
this
dude.
person in.
My internet literally started up just dead. Just pressing go live.
Well,
Okay.
So just
okay,
end it.
I guess we'll do this. Yeah.
But
we'll do this.
I want to thank everyone who watched today's podcast. Sorry it was so scuffed. Fuck you, I guess, right, Mimic? Yeah, today was scuffed as
You
hell.
did a good job. You brought us together. I almost didn't show up today. To be honest.
But I want to thank everyone who watched. You guys want to go ahead and drop your socials? Let everyone know where to find you.
FinalHarps everywhere.
At Gemm-EEE Gemm-EEE on Twitch. I do have a Twitter, but I do not use it.
She also needs to make a YouTube. Start posting there too.
I made a YouTube. I made a TikTok. I got banned from TikTok for porn. I'm afraid.
I saw that. It was awesome.
What?
Okay. I made a TikTok, and 3 days later, I got banned for pornographic videos. So I don't know how YouTube's gonna like me.
YouTube is much better than TikTok.
Yep.
Okay, so it said Helldivers ragdoll mechanics is pornographic. So for TikTok, that to give you
That is TikTok.
That's
That's
TikTok.
TikTok.
TikTok
Yeah.
said me getting beaten up by chat with fish and Helldiver ragdoll mechanics is porno. So yeah.
Yeah, sure, that makes sense. Sakurama.
Me is like at Sakurama _. The underscore is like that dash, right? That dash.
Yeah.
On Twitch and on YouTube. YouTube is going to be soon. I'm going to revitalize for 2.0.
Your Sakurama
gonna be great.
underscore.
Yeah,
underscore.
And
Yeah, Sakurama underscore.
Yep. Kazuki.
Not literally the typing in it.
Kazu. You there?
Got it.
Okay. He's on YouTube at KazukiRaikout. Kasumi.
Hello.
Yeah.
You can find me at YouTube, KasumiPGR, and Twitch is KasumiChan XX.
Yep. And my buddy Regashu.
Yeah, as usual, you can find me on Twitch at just Regashu. On YouTube, I'm RegashuDB, and on Twitter, I'm also at RegashuDB. Always just enjoy Kuro game stuff. I plan on doing other stuff, but yeah, you just follow me, subscribe to me there.
And Biimow, everyone knows. I'm pretty sure is just YouTube at Biimow. YouTube.com/@Biimow. Sorry, Biimow, sorry. I'm used to calling Biimow. I'm sorry, Biimow. But with that, I want to thank everyone who showed up today. Thank all of you lovely people. And that's gonna do it for episode 3. Can't wait for episode 4. We're gonna do a Coomer episode. Basically a porn episode.
Oh no, my religious
I've
belief.
already run into that. I don't want to get banned again.
Oh, we'll be fine. We'll be fine.
Oh, we'll be fine. We're not
Dude,
gonna show porn.
We're on Twitch. We'll be fine. YouTube, you can't do that live, but you can post the video VOD later, and it's fine.
Don't worry about it. I'll take care of all the details. But thank you
Okay, so
all once
that's
That
again,
it?
makes me worried.
and I'll see you all later.